Yeah, so this is the water fountain they're talking about. The bathroom's next to the water fountain. This is the bathroom here. Okay.
The one that does have the footage of that, she's on vacation right now, is Erica, and she works on.
What is she under arrest for?
Okay, they're gonna check it when you get over there. Okay.
I actually found it because Lito's like, this is really heavy. Okay. So.
Hey everyone, how are you guys doing today? We're gonna continue with the Trevizo case, and I did stream this on Saturday. I do apologize because I had to leave abruptly. I had something that I had to do, and I was like about an hour late. But yeah, we're gonna continue with the rest of the. We're gonna watch some interviews. We're gonna watch some other videos that were posted, and just like a huge shout out to this YouTube channel who's been posting all the stuff. True Crime and Ellie. I linked them in my other videos that I posted yesterday. So if you guys want to watch some of these on your own, like if you want to watch some of them in full detail, definitely go on their channel, watch it on there. We're probably going to be skipping around a little bit, but we have some unedited versions of body cam footage. And what's interesting is that the one that has been widely shown, the one that has like a lot of views on Law and Crime, that one mainly just shows like from perspective of one officer, and then it shows like the hospital room. But there's other body cam footages of officers walking throughout the hospital. You can kind of see the layout of where the room was, where the bathroom is, where the whole thing happened. And just to get a good like general idea of like how far everything was and like all that stuff, and like the nurse's station especially. So I think it's kind of nice to see like things like that. And yeah, we're gonna listen to an interview from the CNA. Is that like certified nursing assistant? Is that what CNA stands for? I could just look it up, but I love asking you guys because I'm lazy. This is the teenager in New Mexico. And when I say teenager, she is 19 years old. So I guess technically a teenager, but at this point she is legally an adult. She is currently a high school senior. Well, I think she should be graduating like probably like right about now, but high school senior, cheerleader. And when we're thinking of like, oh, you know, cheerleader and dumping a baby, a lot of people think of Skylar Richardson, like, and they're trying to draw, you know, the difference between or similarities between the two of them. So we have this teenager who was pregnant. Now we are not sure if she knew she was pregnant or not. A lot of people are like, well, how could you not know that you're pregnant? There are just some people out there that just don't know that they're pregnant. She does seem like a petite size, but I have seen pictures of her where she doesn't look pregnant. She looks like she's a little bit, you know, maybe on like the chunkier side or something. But to me, she didn't really look outright pregnant. However, people are like, well, you know, what if you missed your periods and stuff like that? You should know you're pregnant if you're having sex and all that. But I don't know. There are just cases out there where people legitimately just don't know that they were pregnant. In her case, we don't know yet, right? We don't know. I don't know if she's, I think from what her lawyer have said so far, it seems like they're trying to go with a thing where they're trying to go with the, oh, I didn't know I was pregnant type of thing. Nobody told me. The hospital staff didn't tell me. It seems like possible, right? But we have to wait to hear more from that. But I think at this point, she has admitted to putting her newborn infant in the hospital trash bin. But however, the hospital staff thinks that she possibly killed it, from what it seems from the interview. And it seems like maybe that's what the detectives are convinced of as well. However, from her perspective and the lawyers, what they're maintaining is that they're saying that the baby was never actually alive, that she gave birth to a stillborn. Now, that's kind of interesting to me because, like, I do wonder, what is the percentage of people that give birth to stillborn babies? How many babies are stillborn? Stillborn affects about 1 in 175 births. And each year, about 21,000 babies are stillborn in the United States. That's about the same as the number of babies that die during the first year of life. They did do an autopsy report, and that came back. That's the reason why the detectives decided to charge her with this, is because autopsy reports came back and they found that there was air in the stomach and in the lungs as well. Now, I said this before, but I really like these two detectives. They seem to be very, very empathetic towards the hospital staff.
Lori's here.
Okay.
Hello.
Hi.
Oh, this is Lori. We've heard the name Lori so many times. I think Lori was one of the people after the housekeeper found the newborn. I think she called Lori over. I think Lori and maybe like one of the other charge. What's it called? The head nurses over.
Sorry, I was trying to get here.
Yeah, she was one of the first few people that was also like the one that discovered the baby. After the housekeeper showed it to them.
Oh, that's fine. And your name is?
Lori.
Lori.
Aragon, right?
And Aragon. There's two of us. That's why I was using my middle name.
Okay. You're the one I talked to the day of, though, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, Detective Gonzalez again. It's Corporal Minter.
Yeah. Oh, also, just a quick little recap. So far, we've watched interviews with the ER doctor. Oh, do we watch the one with the ultrasound technician? I don't think so. We'll watch that one together. I think I had to skip over that one. There was another nurse that did the intake. There was another body cam footage where it showed the detectives talking to the family, and I think her boyfriend was there and the boyfriend's mom was there. Did I see the video for getting arrested? I didn't watch it with you guys, but I saw it. I have it on here. We can watch it together. So I have a couple videos here.
Well, Detective Corporal Minter.
Hi, Taylor.
So, could you just start from the beginning? And if we have any questions, sorry if I interrupt you. I just have a habit of doing that sometimes.
Okay, what happened that night?
So so January 27th, the incident happened at like 3 in the morning from when you first had contact with the patient to when you last had contact with the patient.
I actually had contact was with the baby.
Okay.
She had buzzed to go to the bathroom, so one of the nurses was going in there anyways because she was gonna set up for the.
Sorry, I want to interrupt really quick. In one of the other interviews that the detectives did with one of the hospital staff, they did talk about like there's like an emergency thing that you could pull in the bathroom, and I think I can see it. There's a footage that we're gonna watch later on where like there's something on the wall. And it looks like it's something like you could pull on. Where it's like if you're having some sort of emergency and you can't like call out to maybe like a hospital staff, you can just like yoink on this thing and like the staff will come over and see if you need help or anything like that. So like I don't know if she's gonna go with the defense where she's like, oh, I tried calling for someone and no one helped me, you know, or something like that. I don't know if she's gonna be able to because it seems there's a thing there where you can pull to call the staff over to help you out. We stopped over the male charge nurse. We did, right? Okay.
To do like, pap smear and everything. So she was like, I'll go ahead and disconnect her and she'd go to the bathroom. So I was like, all right. So she was in the bathroom and then Chris, which is one of our other nurses, he was like, because I was like, dang, she's flushing that toilet like an awful lot.
Oh, so you noticed her toilet
flushing?
Toilet?
Yes. And then he was.
Now, I think this is where it could be strong for Alexi Trevizo's defense. Now, if they're saying that the hospital staff heard the flushing of the toilet, I think her defense might be able to argue, well, if you guys are able to hear the flushing toilet, well, when babies are born, don't they normally cry? So how come you guys didn't hear a baby cry? So if you guys didn't hear a baby cry, then maybe it was really a stillborn, right? But, there's also I think the state could also argue that like maybe when the baby came out, she quickly smothered him or something like that, possibly. So I'm just trying to think about how both sides are going to argue this as we're listening to more interviews.
It was like, well, damn. So I went and I knocked on the door and I said, are you okay? And she said, yes, I'm fine. I'm just having a hard time going to the bathroom is what she replied. So I was like, okay. And then I was like, well, push the call light if you need anything.
So you told her to push the call light?
Yeah, she needed anything.
Oh, okay. So she told her about the call light. So, Trevizo can't be like, oh, I didn't know that there was a call light in there. Like, I didn't know how to call the hospital staff over. I'm really glad. Apparently, there is hospital camera footage where it does show the staff checking on Alexi in the bathroom. So I think that's good because I don't know if they were going to try to sue the hospital for like negligence or something like, oh, no one checked on her. Like this poor girl gave birth and no one checked on her. They just left her in the bathroom for, God knows how many minutes. But they have camera footage, so that's good.
And then like a few more flushes had gone by and then that's when Chris was like, I don't know, because I told him, what if she's having a miscarriage in there? And
Chris is the male nurse that took her in. We watched his interview.
Flushing stuff down the toilet. So he knocked on the door and he's like, you gotta unlock this door. And then she wouldn't reply. And he's like, if you don't reply, he goes, and then that's when she heard him call for me. And he was like, Laura, you got the spare key to this bathroom? And I was like, yeah. Because we keep like a ring of keys by the desk where I sit. So I went and I got the key, and just as we were getting ready to open the door, she opened it, and all I saw was like blood everywhere, like on the walls, on the toilet. It just looked like a horror film.
And you say where it is also on the floor too?
Yes.
Okay.
And then
I do wonder why there would be blood on the walls. Maybe like if she was like giving birth on the bathroom floor, and then she was like maybe struggling to get up to grab like towels or something like that. They make it sound like it was like a complete like massacre in the bathroom.
Now, was it covering the floor or was it like splotches?
You could tell she was wiping it up with paper towels because it was like smeared.
Okay.
Yeah. And then The one that does have the footage of that, she's on vacation right now, is Erica, and she works in lab.
She took photos of it?
Before, because she was like, whoa, this is like...
Well, I didn't know that.
Yes,
Huh.
and I didn't know that either until just recently.
And who is that? Erica?
Erica.
Compost or...
No, let me give you her last name just a minute. I'm terrible with last names.
Oh, you're good.
Oh, we have
she
pictures.
does have the video.
Erica
Hi, Brittany.
Salas.
Yes, she has the pictures.
Is she a lab tech?
Yes, and she's
Okay.
on vacation right now.
She's the one that's going to come next week.
On the 27th?
Yeah, in 2 days.
Okay.
Sorry.
So she and I did tell her not to erase that.
Good.
I said, do not erase that because that's evidence.
When did she find them? Or when did she tell you about them?
Like I think it was like 2 weeks afterwards.
Oh, okay.
She had showed me the pictures, and then that's when I told her, do not, because I was like, dude, can you believe that? Like, because we had a patient that was pregnant at the time, just like after that, and I was like, on top of it. Just didn't want another recurrence.
Gotcha.
But yeah, so anyways, the floor was just smeared with blood, blood on the wall, like on the toilet and stuff, and
Do you remember which wall?
it was like the back wall between the toilet and the sink.
So, like, where the... Like, if you're looking at the toilet, like...
Yeah, like say the toilet's right here where you're at, and then the sink's right here. It was like up this way, blood splatter.
What in...
Like
In your line of work, what would cause that kind of splatter?
Yeah, because I was thinking maybe she gave birth and then she had blood maybe on her hands. Because I don't know if her use of blood splatter is correct. Maybe she just meant like it was blood that was transferred from the hand onto the wall or something like that. It's not like she's like blood expert or anything like that. But blood splatter makes it seem like the blood splattered out of her body or something. But I'm thinking like maybe she gave birth on the floor and then like there's the reason why there's blood on the walls because she was probably trying to get up, wash her hands in the sink maybe, grab some towels, and yeah, I don't know.
I think something that got pulled out or ripped, like if you rip something and blood just went.
Oh, like literal blood splatter. Jesus.
It was like once you see the photo, you'll see what I'm talking about. It's just.
So, like you say, like, rip, like, something went like that?
Yeah, like when you rip something, or if you cut something and you go, like, you swing your hand and blood just splatters.
Okay, so...
That's how it looked.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And that'd be on... So, this is north. That's east. It'd be on the west wall?
The back.
Okay, listen, I know a lot of you guys do not like Alexia Trevizo, but dude, I hope she's getting some therapy for this because this is some traumatizing shit, okay? This is so traumatizing. Oh my God. Oh, the umbilical cord. I have no idea, but that's what it kind of sounds like she's implying, like rip the umbilical cord or I don't know. Oh God.
Well, yeah.
So, because, like, the call button's on the south wall. So it'd be on the west wall?
Yeah.
Yeah, because the bathroom is like this.
Yes.
Here's the door.
Yes, and then there was a.
There's the toilet, and then the sink,
Yeah, and it was up on this wall. The
and then
blood.
the call button.
Yeah, there was like in between here was the blood splatter.
Hold on. We actually have they posted a this one. I think it's this one. Sorry. Give me a second here because there is a police officer. Oh, here it is right here. This is at 9:06, just so we can kind of get a visual, maybe. And we'll watch this in a bit. But yeah, so this is the water fountain they're talking about. The bathroom is next to the water fountain. This is the bathroom here. Okay, so this is the exact same bathroom. That's a toilet right there. And I think they were saying there's like blood that was like on here. So that makes sense because I don't know, like I said, paper towel, maybe you're trying to pull it down, you're trying to like wash your hands. She might have given birth right here. She might have tried using the bathroom and then like, you know, she was like, oh wait, this is not a bathroom thing. This might be like a giving birth thing. Oof, gosh. I don't know. I think the trash can has already been taken out of the room. I thought it was one of those trash cans where it's like a wall trash can. You know how it's like sometimes they have the paper towels and it's like a metal thing and it's connected to the trash bin that's like underneath it. Hi, B. How are you doing today? Hi, Eric. Hello. I'm so shocked about the case and how quiet she was in the restroom. Yeah, I mean, the hospital staff too. Yeah, it's crazy. Corgi attached a rather end to the placenta. maybe I need to start watching some giving birth videos. The placenta is what the baby is wrapped in, right? The placenta, and then the umbilical cord is what's attached to the baby's tummy and into the mom, right? That's how it gets like its nutrients. I felt bad for her mom, but boy, did she show a bad attitude to those officers who came to arrest Alexi. I'm not a mom, but I can kind of see the mom instincts there. I kind of do get it. I typically don't like it when people tend to have that attitude where it's like, I'm going to protect my kids no matter what, even though they might have done something bad. But here's what I'm thinking. I truly think that the family believes Alexi when she said it was a stillborn, right? It's like, your daughter's telling you it was a stillborn. I promise you I didn't kill it, but I did put it in the trash because I panicked. I'm really sorry about that. I don't think it's a hard thing to believe that the family believes Alexi. And, I feel like if you're really close with a family member and they tell you something like that, you're more inclined to believe your family members, right? You don't want to believe that they're lying to you. But yeah, a hospital toilet probably has the capacity to flush something that big and meaty. I don't know. This just looks like this just looks like a regular toilet. I don't know if hospital toilets are more like, if there's like an industrial version where you can just start like flushing like, full size fleshy stuff down, I don't know. Oh yeah, that's the call button right there, right? Yeah, okay. Yeah, that looks like the call button right there. Call button. Yep. You're not convinced that you didn't know it's pregnant? Ah, man, I just don't know about that one. There was just pictures of her that I found 3 weeks before she gave birth, and she just didn't really look pregnant. She just looked like she could maybe gain weight. Yeah, I don't know. And she was cheerleading. When you're cheerleading, it's pretty like activity-wise, you're like kind of like doing this, you're like flipping girls up. I don't think she was one of the girls that was being like flipped up, because all the pictures that I found, she was always the one that was like on the supporting base. I don't know what cheerleading position that is, but I never seen her being like flipped up or anything like that. But she was like actively cheerleading and stuff. But you ever heard hospital toilet flush? Them things are powerful. Yeah, but I don't think you could flush like large stuff in there. I think it would totally get clogged. Maybe like umbilical cords, maybe placenta, but not babies. Or I don't know if that was what you're trying to say or not. But okay, let's go back to here. Jesus.
Up on this wall, the
And then
blood.
the call button.
Yeah, there was like in between here was the blood splatter, and then there was trickles of blood on the wastebasket. That was right here in this area.
Only Taco Bell got industrial toilets for the explosive diarrhea. Listen, I don't know what's up with you guys in Taco Bell. When I eat Taco Bell, it's completely fine, okay? Y'all ain't washing your hands when you're eating Taco Bell or something, okay? You need to wash your little grubby little hands, okay? Okay, back to being serious.
Like in between here was the blood splatter, and then there was trickles of blood on the wastebasket. That was right here in this area. And then there was like smeared blood all over the floor. Yeah, we just kept hearing the paper towel dispenser going and the toilet flushing. So yeah, when we opened up the door, like, we saw that, and then
I wonder how soon did the detectives interview her? Because when the detectives did arrive, she was being transported to another hospital because they thought she needed like critical care. And it's possible that I think they were scared that she would still have like stuff inside of her that needed to be expelled or something. So she had to be transferred. But I do wonder, how quickly did she talk to the detectives afterwards? Or did she like, maybe they lured up right away, which would have been a smart move on their side, right?
I noticed she had bloody footprints that she was leaving, going back to the room that we had put her in. So I had called housekeeping, which was Leela, and I was like, "Hey Leela, I'm sorry to bother you." I said, "But I think this patient just had a miscarriage in her bathroom and she left like a mess. If you could come and clean it." And she said, "Okay." So she came down and she started cleaning it, and then she went to pick up the wastebasket, and then she put the basket down and she yelled for me, and she was like, "Lori, come here, the wastebasket's heavy." And I was like, what do you mean the wastebasket's heavy? So when I picked it up and I moved it towards the door, I was like, "Oh, shit, it is heavy." So I pulled it out because it had like a fresh liner inside.
Man, I wonder if the housekeeper, we saw the housekeeper's interview, and you can tell how she's pretty distressed about this whole thing. She's already had a huge traumatic experience happen to her a couple of years ago. And then she got this job and stuff like that. And I feel so bad for the housekeeper because I wonder if it's completely not her fault, because how would she have known, right? But sometimes it's really hard to have one of those like what if type of thing where it's like, oh, I was cleaning that bathroom for 20 minutes. What if I just checked the waste bin sooner? What if I just, the entire time I was cleaning, the baby was suffocating? Like, I don't know. I feel like stuff like that could really poison your mind. I hope she doesn't think that, because that's not true. It's not her fault whatsoever and stuff like that. But like, oh, I feel so bad for the housekeeper.
So we didn't think nothing of it because we looked. So when I pulled the liner out, there was like paper towels. And we had rolled trash bags already in there, but she had grabbed a few and like balled them up and put them on top of him. So when I removed them, that's when I noticed the baby on the bottom of the trash can just wrapped in the bag. Like she had it tight, like because it was the top was twisted and then like tucked under, like so it wouldn't open up.
So basically, if you like,
Yeah, and that's basically, how, if the baby was born alive, that's how a baby could have been suffocated in the bag.
Like when you grab trash and you like
swing it and then you fold it over to like put it down or whatever.
Yeah, that's how it went.
And it was clear.
It was a clear bag.
So,
Yeah, it's one of those clear bags.
So you
So it was a
saw.
hospital liner?
So you saw the baby inside the bag.
Yeah, and then when I picked it up, that's when I noticed it even more.
No, by the time they found the baby in the bin, they had to call cops right away. And then they waited until the cops got there. We actually saw the ER doctor tell the girl, like, hey, there was a baby that was found, and yeah, it's full term and it's dead. So they gave it to her pretty straight. Didn't her mom say something like, I knew it, I told you? Oh, we can rewatch that part. My interpretation of that is, it's possible that the mom could have been like, oh, I knew it, you're pregnant. I knew it. Like, duh, right? Or it could have been like by the time they got to the hospital and the hospital staff was saying like, hey, you're pregnant, or maybe you're pregnant. Did you have sex? And she's like, no, I'm a virgin. The mom was probably like, wait a second. Are you pregnant? I don't know. Maybe it was at that point when the mom started having suspicions that she was like pregnant, like for real. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like that could be interpreted in many different ways. The housekeeper has terrible trauma. She's smart. She'll seek help. Yeah. Yeah, it's possible, Brittany.
Because all I saw was black and purple, but once we picked it up, like the bag suctioned to his face.
Oh my.
And that.
See, if the bag was suctioned to the face, I mean, we don't. Oh my God. You would think that it's because the baby was trying to breathe, and that's why the bag was like. I don't know if she has an accurate description of it, but that's what it sounds like. Hi, Russian Aloha. How are you doing today? Oh my God.
That's when I yelled for my charge nurse, which was HT. And I told him, hey, she put her baby in the trash can. So I handed the baby to him. And he took off to the trauma room and opened up the bag. And then that's when we went and got Dr. Vasquez.
Now you say that the bag was suctioned to his face. So was that from?
Yeah, and that seems really important right there. That statement right there.
I think when I lifted it up, it kind of loosened, and so it just, where he was still moist, it just suctioned to him.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so see, the detective was trying to clarify because he's like, does it seem like the bag was suctioned to the face because he was trying to breathe it in? Did it seem like that? But she said it was because it was moistened or something like that.
Question for you. When was the last time y'all were in the restroom before her?
We had another patient that was in there, I'll say like around midnight, maybe?
Who do you remember who it was? Or what they're in for?
They were there too. They left us a specimen on the table there in the
Hi,
bathroom,
Daisies.
and I went in to pick it up.
You did it at midnight?
Yeah.
Was it clean?
Hey, LA.
Okay.
There was no blood or nothing.
So this was fresh to you?
Yes, this blood was fresh. You could even smell
sorry.
it to pick it up. Left us a specimen on the table there.
What they're in for?
They were there too. They left us a specimen on the table there in the bathroom, and I went in to pick it up.
You did it at midnight?
Yeah.
Was it clean?
Yeah.
Okay.
There was no blood or nothing.
So this was fresh to you?
Yes, this blood was fresh. You
Yeah, just in case she was to argue, hey, the blood was already there. I didn't do it.
could even smell it.
Did the patient at midnight, were they by chance pregnant at all?
Honestly, she to me did not look pregnant, but then she had on a hoodie.
No, the patient that gave the
Oh,
sample at midnight.
No, she was a young girl. She was like maybe 11. So no,
Okay, and there's no blood at all?
No.
She would have noticed, you would have noticed?
we would have noticed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And is the amount of blood consistent with giving birth or a miscarriage or some sort of traumatic event?
I'm sorry. Can you repeat that?
Okay, the amount of blood in the bathroom, on the floor, on the walls, and is that consistent with the amount of blood that is lost when you give birth or have a miscarriage or?
To me, I mean, it looked like she had given birth in there and was trying to clean it up. Like, it wasn't that much blood on the floor, but you could tell she was cleaning it up because it was like smeared and somewhat cleaned up a little bit.
Okay.
Once you see that photo that Erica has, you'll see how we're trying to explain it.
Right.
It's just hard.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just hard for us because Leela had cleaned, because when I talked to her that night, she said she cleaned the blood first, then went to.
Yeah, and you.
Well, she clarified the suction part. She said that it was because of the moisture, and maybe that's why the bags was stuck to the baby's face. So what we were thinking, we were like, oh, was it because the baby was trying to breathe in and the bag kind of like, like clung on the face? Or, she gave a different description. So I think she was, I don't think she was saying what we were thinking.
I usually, when there's like one or two things in the wastebasket, I usually pick it up and take it out, but I didn't that night. And then, like, I've been kicking myself on this because I feel like, if I would have just taken it out, I would have seen it.
Well, no one prepares for that type of.
Yeah, see, that's what I was saying with the housekeeper too. Like, I wonder, it's not their fault, absolutely not. But like, sometimes you just have these like what ifs moments, like, oh my god, like maybe I could have done something, maybe I could have saved the baby, and like I don't know. It's like it's really sad. You have to try really hard not to think that way, but yeah, you can tell how like distressing this is for them.
Thing, you know what I mean? Most people don't act like that, so don't blame yourself for it.
Yeah.
Because it's not a natural thing to do.
I mean, it's just hard because I'm a mother, I'm a grandmother, and I've dealt with death before, but never like this.
Right.
Like it was horrible.
Don't beat yourself up about it though, because it's something most people don't.
Yeah, because it's not natural for, especially like I know in the hospital you've probably seen some crazy stuff, but like maybe nothing like this, right? So it's like it's not really natural for people to be like, oh my god, let me check the trash can just in case this woman threw her baby in there, right? That's like not really a natural thought you would be having.
Plan, or most people can't think of it. To them, it's like unfathomable. So don't beat yourself up about it because it's something you couldn't have prepared for.
Yeah.
Because like you said before, you're expecting a miscarriage.
Yeah, I was just expecting her to have a miscarriage and call it a day. I mean, we've dealt with patients before that have had miscarriages.
Yeah.
So once the baby was taken into the trauma room trauma room.
Yeah, he went into trauma too.
Okay. Did you have what happened? What did you do at that point?
I just remember I stayed in there because she went to go get Dr. Vasquez.
Yeah, true. Sad part is if she didn't want this baby, she could have left him at the hospital, questions asked. I think she would have had with what I know right now, I think she had two choices, right? Let's say one, baby was born, it was a stillborn, you call the hospital staff over. Call the hospital staff over and you're a fucking adult, tell them, hey, kick my mom out of my room. I don't want her knowing about this. End of story, right? Or two, right? She gives birth, baby's alive. Do the same thing. Call the hospital staff over. Hey, I don't want this baby. Kick my mom out of the room. I don't want her to know about this. She's an adult, right? The mom is not, she doesn't have to be there because she's not 17 years anymore. If anything, she's not 18. She's 19 years old, right? But I don't know. It could also be one of those things where it's like it's easier said than done. Maybe there's some really weird thing going on between her and her mom where she feels like she's under the mom's control and she's like really scared of her mom. But honestly, I don't know. Like, there's just so many ways out of this where it was just like, no matter what, the baby shouldn't have been found where it was found. But I don't know. Ugh.
And then I noticed that the umbilical cord looked like an animal had tore it apart. Like, how, have you ever eaten string cheese?
Mm-hmm.
And when you twist it, that's how the bottom of the umbilical cord looked. And I just remember it caught my eye and I was like, God, I was like, this chick really ripped this thing apart because those things are hard to cut.
Right.
That's what I was wondering. Remember we were talking about this last week where I was just like, I wonder if the umbilical cord, if it's one of those things where it's like really easy to rip, or if it's one of those where it's like a little bit fleshy, it's kind of hard to tear into. Like, oh my God. Like we were just wondering about that last week.
Did you find the other part of the umbilical cord?
No, we're thinking. I'm not sure if she had delivered the placenta because I wasn't in there when they did the final examination.
Yeah, so I do wonder if, because when she was transferred to the hospital, I wonder at that point if they were able to find out if the placenta was still inside her or not, or if she did deliver it.
But either she delivered it in Loveless or she flushed it.
You always didn't find it at all.
We didn't find it at all. I even looked in the little cabinet that we have in our bathroom because it has like a bottom cabinet.
Oh, yeah, definitely, Nikita. You think that she was very scared and couldn't comprehend what just happened to her? Oh, yeah, definitely. I feel like there's no doubt about that. I don't think she went in there and was like, I'm going to kill this baby, like evil intentions. I think she was really scared, really dumb, and she ended up doing something that ended up being really evil, which was discarding a baby in the trash. But, whether or not the baby was alive or not, that's something that we're going to have to find out later on. But, yeah. We're doing good, Ricta. Did you have a good weekend? Hello. I don't know. I think it's also possible that she knew she was pregnant. She was trying to hide it for as long as she can. And when she finally gave birth, she chose her over the baby. But yeah. I don't know.
So I opened that up just as, I didn't want no more surprises.
And how big would that be? How big would the placenta be? Do you have any idea?
No. I would say maybe me personally giving birth myself to a full-term baby, it would have to have been about the same size as the baby.
How?
Because I've seen placentas where we've delivered a few times here, full-term babies, and their placentas are pretty good size or like that. Like they fit inside of one of our basins.
Right. And is it thick?
It's like a...
Or is it like...
It's kind of thinnish.
Kind of like a sirloin steak?
Yeah.
Thin?
Like looks like roast beef to me.
Okay.
Wait, what are we talking? Wait, placenta looks like roast beef. I'm about to look this up. The boy's birthday's today, but we're having this his party on Saturday. It'll be fun. Oh, what do you guys got going on? What cake are you getting? They choose themselves over life. Sorry, she's describing the placenta right now, so I was looking at my messages.
How?
Because I've seen placentas where we've delivered a few times here, full-term babies, and their placentas are pretty good size or like that. Like they fit inside of one of our basins.
Right. And is it thick?
It's like a...
Or is it like...
It's kind of thinnish.
Kind of like a sirloin steak?
Yeah.
Thin?
Like a... Looks like roast beef.
Oh, is that? Oh, that's why they brought up the meat thing. Okay, I was like, why are we talking about meat right now? I think I've seen. You guys ever watch like the health classes back in high school where they show like the woman giving birth video? I remember watching that in high school. It's pretty traumatizing, so I didn't really like. I like looked but didn't look, and I was like, no, I can't. Okay, I typed in what is placenta, and it auto filled it into what does placenta taste like. No, I want to see what it looks like. Why am I getting a cosmopolitan? I cooked my wife's placenta. Here's how it tasted. I just want to see what it looks like. Okay. It looks very tissuey. There's lots of veins.
Beef to me.
Okay.
Oh, that's not a good picture in my head.
I'm just trying to describe it. But we didn't see it. Okay. And that, honestly, I thought that's what was in the wastebasket, was her placenta.
Mm-hmm.
Some people are speculating that she might have mental disability since she's 19 but still in high school. That's like a huge speculation. Sometimes, like I've known people that just gotten held back, and it doesn't mean that they have mental disability. Or some people that, maybe they entered like kindergarten late or something like that. I mean, it could be a possibility, but I don't know why you would go as far as even like, I don't know. There's not enough. I feel like there's not enough to prove that. It looks like a veiny steak. Yeah, that's what it kind of looks like. I'll never look at steak the same way.
did not expect to see this full-term baby wrapped up in a trash bag.
So, after, like with HT and the doc at the room, did you do anything else with the baby or the patient after that?
After that, I was told to get a hold of the on-call OB in Loveless because she needed to speak to her because she had to transfer that patient out because she was bleeding.
Okay. And so you're the one that talked to the OB?
I was the one that got a hold of the Loveless hospital.
Why is it named Loveless Hospital? I feel like that's just a sad name for a hospital. It's the Loveless Hospital.
Hospitalist. I believe her name was Stephanie. And I had set up to where we got this patient transferred to Loveless so that way they can go in and clean her out and stuff to make sure she wasn't hemorrhaging or anything like that.
Okay, after that, any other involvement?
The only time I saw the patient was when I went in to have her sign her paperwork, the teleforms that she has to sign, because flight crew was on their way to transport her. That was the only time I had any.
Did she say anything?
She just cried.
She was just crying?
Because there was 2 police officers in the room with her at the time.
Must be named after a person. Hey, Morton.
How many times did you hear the toilet flush, do you think?
More than 10 times. Because that's when I was like, dude, something's going on in there.
Okay.
And so that's what, because over 10 times in a year, like, and how long, what span of time did the toilet flush?
It was like, once it flushed, she waited a few minutes, and then she'd flush it again.
And like, how long do you think that was? Like, if you had to give a guess, how long do you think it was the whole time?
Out of the whole time between the flush?
No, like all.
From the time she went into the bathroom to the time she came out.
Oh, maybe 15, 20 minutes?
And how long of that was she flushing?
About maybe 10 minutes of her being in there.
It was just constant flushing? So 10 minutes of constant flushing of 15 minutes being in there?
Yeah. Yeah, because when she ran to the bathroom, I did see her pass me. Because I remember I told the girls, because she had her hand on her crotch and one on her butt, and she was running to the bathroom, and I was like, damn, I guess when you gotta go, you gotta go. And, because the lab tech, Erica, was sitting there, and we were talking, and she was like, dang. She was like, really? And that's when we noticed she was in there for quite some time.
Sorry, I miss wishing you a happy Murders anniversary. That seems very dark and grim. I feel like when she ran to the bathroom holding her butt, the baby was already coming out, possibly.
So I don't know if maybe the baby was already coming out and she just ran to the bathroom as fast as she could, or what.
So, for any other patient there, do you think anyone else could have delivered that baby?
We would have known.
You would have known? Okay.
Was there any other pregnant people on the
That
ER
night?
that night?
Yeah, so they have to clarify in case she's going to be like, oh, I didn't deliver that baby. That's not mine. Although, DNA evidence will probably prove otherwise. But
And you said the last patient to visit was a 11-year-old female that gave y'all a sample?
Yeah. And her mom went in there with her.
And you were the last one in the restroom prior to...
That I know of, yeah.
That you know of? Okay. Alright, and you didn't notice anything like that, right? Okay, just gotta make sure.
No, I didn't notice nothing like that in there when we go to get urine from the bathroom. And I mean, patients were in and out of that bathroom, so I'm thinking, like, even the males, if they would have seen something like that, they would have said, hey.
Especially a dude like, hey, what...
This bathroom's disgusting,
Right? Is there anything you think we should know that we haven't asked you?
No.
No? Okay, well...
I gave you guys everything I pretty much know. I mean, that's just something I'm never going to forget.
Right. Well, and I appreciate you telling me about Erica, because we didn't... we took photos after everything was clean. I didn't even know there was photos, so that's news to me.
Yeah, and then I had forgotten your name, and then I was like, and I hadn't seen any of the other officers that were there that night, so I was like, oh, shit, who the hell do I call? And then I figured, well, they'll get a hold of us.
Yeah.
And then I thought, well, that's why I told Erica, do not erase those.
Right.
That's evidence that they need.
It is. It would be really helpful.
Because once we noticed that, that's when I had housekeeping stop her cleaning. And I go, that's a crime scene.
Well, she was very thorough because it was very clean whenever we went in there.
She had gotten it, but like the wastebasket and all that, I was like, just leave it because I remember it still had a little bit of blood on it.
Yeah, it had like a slight smear on it. We took photos of it. So you've been a nurse how long?
Hi, Mitra. How are you doing today? Hello, hello, Jim Mills.
I'm a CNA.
Oh, CNA for how long?
Maybe like 16 years.
Oh, so you've been in the ringer.
Yeah, I've done nurse.
Wait, let me just make sure that they don't talk about her private information. In one of the videos, they forgot to bleep that part out. Okay, all right, we're good.
Nursing home. This is actually
Yeah, one of the guys gave his like full name, birth date, phone number. They forgot to cut that part out.
my first time doing hospital.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's why I said like I was used to deaths, but nothing like this.
Well, just reason I'll ask. So you said it was fresh blood, right? Have you dealt with dry blood, like dead blood? Mm-hmm. So does this smell fresh to you or dead?
This smelled fresh. Like I don't know how to explain it.
But just in your experience, it was fresh blood. It hadn't been stagnant for a while? Okay. Just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you have our contact information. And I gave the HR... Cindy?
Yeah.
Cynthia. Sorry, there's a Cindy that works here too. I gave Cynthia my contact information. If you have any more info, you can let me know, okay?
Okay.
I appreciate you.
Thanks, Lori, for coming in.
Thank you. Yeah.
And thank you for what you do.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah. Hopefully it gets easier, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, I've dealt with stab wounds, gunshot wounds, but never like this.
Yeah, I understand.
This one was like the most gory thing I've ever had to. It looked like a Stephen King film.
Well, talk to people and keep your hobbies up, okay?
I will.
That's all I
Thank
can
you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
You're still high from the Rudolph trial. Which one was that? That was an awesome clown party. Was that the ex-NFL shooting one? There was one about a guy and his mom.
Thank you so much. If you have any questions, you guys have my number, right?
Yes, ma'am. I got it from you the day of.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
So if I don't answer, just shoot me a text. Sometimes I don't. If I don't know the number, I don't answer.
Okay, that's understandable.
Sounds like my mother.
Kind of nice though. Like they're like out in the middle of nowhere, no neighbors.
Alexi.
All right, they're knocking on her door right now. Okay, fine. You know what? I will say this. What's worse than cutting your finger with a paper cut, whatever, is you guys ever done the cheese grater? Oh! Cheese grater is the worst. When you're like grating something and you just get like your skin just gets caught up in it. Ah! Ah! Oh God. Okay. All right.
Yeah, I think they went out.
All right, there's mom answering the door.
I'll bring her out. Just tell me what's going on.
Okay, let me oh, I don't think we have captions for this part. So she's saying, tell me what's going on. She's under arrest. Okay.
I will give it to her whenever.
Can I see her?
She can see them whenever she gets.
So the issue that they're gonna have right here is they're here to arrest her. Mom is kind of blocking the way, and mom's like, I want to see the arrest warrant. The officers are like, no, your daughter is not, she's an adult. So we don't need to give you the arrest warrant. We need to give it to your daughter because there's information on there that's, you know, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, I mean, technically she is an adult. She's 19 years old. But mom is like, nope, I want to see it.
This is my house. I have a right to see the warrant.
I'm letting you know she has a warrant for arrest. We don't have a search warrant for your house. We have a warrant for her arrest.
Okay, can we see the warrant?
Yeah, once we,
She gets a copy of it.
Can I go up there when you take her up there?
You can go to the detention. Do you know where it is?
Everything?
If
Okay,
no,
so what is she under arrest for?
she's over 18. She's got to talk to her.
I understand that,
Right.
Detective Gonzalez.
Right.
What is she under arrest for?
She has a warrant for arrest. Okay?
For what?
That's all I'm going to tell you. Okay.
What do you mean that's all you're going to tell me?
I mean, she's over the age of 18.
I understand that, but I have a right to know as well.
And we'll tell you that, but we
Okay,
we
then
need
let
the
me know
cooperation.
now.
We need the cooperation.
Let me know now. I'm giving you the cooperation. I told you answer my question. What is she under arrest for?
Like I said, she's over the age of 18.
Ooh, she might be a difficult one to deal with in customer service. I don't know. I mean, this could just be a very unique situation for her because she's probably under stress. It's her daughter that's getting arrested.
Like, that we can't really put that information, but if you bring her out here, we'll tell
What is she under arrest
If you bring her out here,
for?
we'll tell you right now.
No, I'm not bringing her out here yet. Let me know what she's under arrest
She's gonna
for.
get arrested regardless, ma'am. I mean, I don't know why.
The detective's like, she's getting arrested regardless, ma'am. I don't know why you just delaying this.
For what? For what? For what?
Are you okay with telling me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Tell me.
Homicide. Open count of homicide. And tampering with evidence.
Tampering with evidence
Yes.
at the hospital?
Yes.
So, can we see her now?
Give me a minute.
Okay.
I mean, tampering with evidence because, you know, she's being accused of cleaning up the crime scene, right? And discarding the newborn.
I have a right to see a warrant. It doesn't matter if she's over the age of 18. This is my house. You have a right. You have to show me that warrant.
If we are searching her house.
Even if she's under arrest, you
Yeah, I don't think she understands. So she's saying that, like, I think she's getting it mixed up between them having a search warrant to search her house. Then, yeah, they have to show it to her, right? But because they have a warrant to arrest the daughter, they don't have to show it to her.
have to show me the
It's
warrant.
up to her to show us.
Unless she knows something about New Mexico law that us and, you know, the law enforcement don't know.
Sarah, this is Trevizo. Hey, I have the detectives here. They want to arrest my daughter. They're saying they have a warrant, but they can't show me a warrant for her arrest.
You think she's calling the lawyer? I didn't hear what she said. I could barely hear.
You good? When we get to over there, I'll give you a copy. She gets her copy. And then it's up to her.
Can I see the warrant?
It's an arrest warrant for her. It's
Okay,
not a
can I
search
see
warrant
the
for your
arrest warrant?
house.
I want to see the arrest warrant.
And what will that prove?
You bet when this is over, I'm coming for the police department and the hospital. I am.
I'm a little confused here. So so she's saying that she's coming for the police department and the hospital. That's why I think that she absolutely believes her daughter when her daughter says that it was a stillborn. And maybe she's convincing the mom that, like, hey, you know, the baby's a stillborn. The hospital staff gave me medication, killed the baby. I don't know, because it's a really weird thing to be threatening the hospital staff and the police department with what their daughter has allegedly put them through. But I don't know. She could just be spewing words right now because she's like kind of like under stress.
Yes, ma'am.
I don't know. I just always hate it when people like make threats like this, but. Well, it could be lies and it could be truth, right? We'll see later down the road. And that's what one of the nurses said. So Mitra says, I think about the medications at the hospital's routine to test for pregnancy for this exact reason. That's what the nurse said. The nurse said that they usually do a routine pregnancy check to make sure, you know, if she's pregnant or not. And then based on that, they can know what kind of medication they give her. Oh, man. And whoever's on the phone with the mom is like, ma'am, you You gotta let her arrest them. You don't need to see the search warrant. And she's like, she's probably like, okay, how do I back down in a way where I don't feel dumb from this? I don't know. Because whoever's on the phone is saying, they're like, okay, well, do they have is it like a search? And they're like, no, it's not a search.
Okay. So I guess do I do it?
Yeah, you can hear her. So you guys ever who works in customer service here, or who used to work for customer service? We deal with customers like this all the time. And then when they finally get the confirmation that they needed, that they are wrong, they're like, okay, I need to still save face. How should I do this?
Mom for obstruction.
He says you could arrest mom for obstruction. This guy's over it.
No, we'll go there.
Trying to do
Protected there.
These guys are like, nah. We good.
They said it's for homicide and tampering with evidence.
You see her?
Okay.
Who did?
Okay.
Probably just nosy neighbor.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, she's here. She's here right now. Yeah.
Oh, no. Might not be a nosy neighbor.
Nah, that's probably too much unnecessary paperwork for the officers.
Guess I could do a better part of the job.
Could you please not report all of us?
That is his policy.
I will give it to you. Please don't. Please don't.
Please don't. I can't hear what she's trying to say.
Could you please not report all of us?
That is his policy.
I will give it to you. Please don't. Please don't.
Yeah, man, it's nothing personal. It really isn't. And we understand. But we have to do our jobs too. Okay?
I understand that. I understand that.
Oh, please don't hurt her? Is that what they said? That's what I thought I was hearing, but I was like, well, why would she say, please don't hurt her? What are they going to do?
That's Melody. That's Devin's mom. She's good. She's okay.
We're not going to be rough with her or anything. We're just going to take her over there and book her.
Please don't be rough with her, please.
Oh, please don't be rough with her.
Just bring her out. You can be with her the entire time. Okay?
You know where the public safety complex is? 3300 West Main?
You can follow us over there. I will take you there. You can follow me over there.
As soon as I release the criminal complaint to her, she can then give it to you there, okay?
When can I get her bond? What?
That's set up by the judge. It's Magistrate Judge Chuck
When-
Foster. He should be doing it. If it's after 3, he'll be doing it in the morning. Go on the back? Alright.
Oh, is he going around the back just in case she runs?
So you have a
Yeah, no, that's absolutely true.
A copy.
Shock and denial, possible.
So you want to give me the copy, and I'll make you a copy?
Works for me.
Because you need it. We need the. Well, I gotta sign off on the original.
Well, I'll just.
How about we just meet at the.
Well, yeah, the original plan, sir.
Yeah, we'll just meet at.
Can I write down the phone number for her to call her on when she gets there?
You can call write down whatever you need.
Just
We
no
just need her out
flammables, no flammables or sharp objects.
Yeah.
Oh, another one.
I really didn't park in the best spot.
Writing down for her lawyer for when she gets over there. Her TJ is very small.
Who are these people?
No idea.
I guess more people are just showing up at their house and they're like, why are there people here? I think one of them was maybe the boyfriend's mom. I think that's what the mom said. It looked like her when she came in.
We're 10-4.
Oh, is that the boyfriend?
I don't know what he drives. I've only ever called him.
Oh, it might be the boyfriend and his mom.
That's my other daughter. That's,
Oh, okay.
That's my daughter.
Oh, never mind. Hey, Pickle, how are you doing today? No, Nikita, absolutely not. There is an autopsy report that the state did, and they deemed that the baby did have air in its lungs and its stomach. However, you know, sometimes you get another expert to do their own autopsy, and they might find a different. They might have a different finding, right? But so far, there's one autopsy report that says the baby was alive. But yeah, we'll see. Oh, that's her other daughter. Yeah, I can't really hear anything. I think they kind of just like stand here for a little bit.
Lexi.
Okay. What's the last 4 of your social?
She don't even know it.
You don't know it?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Alexia, do you know your date of birth?
Hey, when I was in high school, I didn't know the last four of my socials either, okay? And I think it's a really easy number to remember. I didn't know it.
Okay.
What is it?
11:25
Yeah.
Do you have to walk her all the way over there? Can you bring the car up here? Please.
It's up to you.
Yeah.
That's all. Just please.
I'll go get it.
What would be the difference if they had to walk her all the way down there? It's not like she's like injured or anything like that, and she's like in a leg cast or anything. Just make her walk down, man. Don't baby her so much.
Alexia, are you okay with your mom getting your criminal complaint when we get to the detention center? It has your personal information
Can
on
you
it.
repeat that?
Are you okay with your mother getting the criminal complaint? It has your personal identifying information on it. Serial number, date of birth.
Yes.
Are you okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Yo, with all the time that she had when she was inside, I would have changed into like some sweatpants, you know, some comfortable clothes, get some hair ties, and go use the bathroom really quick. Let me eat a sandwich really quick because I don't know when's the next time I'm going to be able to eat.
I have to serve you first, then your mom can get it, okay?
Okay.
I do. He's going to move his unit around. No medications, anything you need to take while you're in there?
No, sir. No.
Okay.
She has still been like bleeding, so I don't know if she needs.
Do you have any, I don't know if they have tampons.
They do have feminine products.
Okay.
Okay.
But I'm pretty sure if you take your own, you can use your own if you need it.
Can she? Do you want to grab some? Can she grab some of that right quick? Or?
Yes.
Do you mind if
Get your little bag.
one of us goes with you?
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, I think that's the boyfriend's mom. It looks like her in the other body cam footage that we saw. Hey, home tour, living room.
Just making sure you're doing...
Just grab it a little.
Okay. And just nothing sharp, no flammables, nothing sharp, okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, they're going to check it when you get over there, okay?
Okay.
Confirms that address is 611 North 1st Street. 611 North 1st.
Okay, we'll check those when you, same thing, okay? We're going to check all that when you get over there, okay? Thank you.
I'm going up there right now too. Okay.
All right. What's in there?
Personal pads.
Personal pads?
Yeah, she needs them.
Follow me.
Third 300 West Main Street, the Public Safety Complex. If you just go through the front door, you know where we first spoke in the records?
Yeah.
If you just go over there. Is there any four?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll meet her in the front.
Okay. I'll get with him and do all stuff, go to dispatch.
We'll meet you in the tunnel, okay?
We're Tampa. I'll be headed your way shortly.
Relay the rest.
I'll be headed your way for the relay shortly.
That's crazy, man. Jesus. Even if we were to take her word for it, her version of events, like it's just such a huge fuck up, man. Like this is the time where like I don't know, I remember when I was a senior in high school, it was like there's so many things that you're looking forward to, right? It's like prom, you got college coming up. Hopefully you're getting the fuck out of your parents' house, you're doing your own thing, you're starting your life. Like, yeah, this is a huge fuck up because she's gonna have to go to like court and all that stuff. Like, I don't know, that's wild. And if she's found guilty, poof, I don't know. That's a huge stain on your record. Detectives interviewed the ultrasound technician. If we did watch this, let me know. I don't think we did, but if we did, let me know. I don't think we did. I don't remember. Maybe we did.
Jim is here.
Gonzalez. Sorry.
Go ahead and see. Yes, ma'am. First of all, you're not in trouble in any ways.
Yeah, it's just reliving.
Oh, that's what you meant by practice. Okay, Carissa, I was confused for a second there. I was like, wait, what are we talking about? Gotcha. Okay.
I'm sorry about that.
Episode, yeah. That's what it is.
I apologize for that. So can you just tell us everything from the beginning of your contact on the January 27th, either the day it happened, with either party, the mom or the baby, whichever one came first, and then to the end of contact with either?
Okay.
Oh, but can I start with your full name?
Lorraine Romero.
Lorraine Romero?
Lorraine. I love that name. Lorraine.
Okay, and so can you start from the beginning for me?
Okay, so because I do 24/7 call for ultrasound, so I got a call. I couldn't even tell you the time, maybe it was 8:30, 9 o'clock.
At night?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I boosted the setup a little bit. I hope this helps.
So I come in and they asked me to come in for a stat ultrasound. Apparently the patient had delivered the baby and thought that there was still placental tissue because the amount of bleeding she was having. So I thought, okay, great, I'll be right there. So when I got here, I go and I get my ultrasound machine. I go directly to the ER, and
They're probably just interviewing everyone just to make sure that there's not like any missing information or anything like that.
First of all, when I came to the hospital, I noticed that there were about 6 cop cars. Okay, so I thought, oh, please don't let it be my patient. But anyway, so I get my machine, I go directly to the ER department, and I said, where's the room that I'm supposed to go into? And they said room 2. So I'm taking my machine over to the room, and there's 2 cops in front of the door, and there's 2 police officers inside the room that the patient
Possibly like painkillers.
was in. So I'm getting ready to go in. There was a little bit of chaos because there's.
But we don't know the sequence. I think there was Chris, one of the nurses, I think mentioned that they were going to give her painkillers. I don't know if they did. I have to rewatch that. I don't remember. There was another nurse that talked about having her getting, or maybe it was the same nurse, but there was another person that was talking about having her do like the lab work done to see if she was pregnant or not, because based off of that, they can figure out what they can give her, not give her, and just figure out if she's pregnant or not.
There's quite a few. The nurses were around. The physician, the ER doctor, was sitting at her desk, and 2 ER nurses stopped me and said, "You do not need to do the ultrasound. You could go ahead and leave." I thought, that's fine. Grabbed my machine, started to head back to my department, and then the physician, I can't even remember who the ER doctor was. I can't remember her name. But anyway, she said, "Lorraine, do me a favor." And her hands were covering her face, and I saw that she was distraught. And I said, "What can I do? What's wrong?" And she said, "I really do need for you to go in and do the ultrasound." And I said, "Okay, that's fine." And we're still looking at the same diagnosis. And she mentioned to me, she said, "No, this is disturbing." She pulled me aside. She was whispering to me, and she said, apparently what the patient did was she walked in, she goes to the restroom and delivers the baby in the restroom, and then puts the baby in a bag, because the garbages that we have throughout the departments are pretty tall, and there's those large garbage bags that are pretty sturdy. So I guess she delivers it in the bathroom and pulls placenta and everything out, throws the baby in the bag, goes in the garbage. And how she ended up in the room for me to scan her, I have no idea. I didn't get details.
Okay, no, that's fine. It's just what you did.
Mm-hmm. So anyway, so I go into the room with her, and I know that I need to scan her, but I need to scan her through the vagina, not through the belly, because I noticed that there was a significant amount of blood on the table. And there was a police officer in there, and I was a little bit uncomfortable with him being there, and so was she. So I asked him if he could step out and just stand by the door. So he did that. So I didn't want to have a conversation with her after I was given this information. But she was talking to me, and while I'm trying to get things set up, and she says, "I don't know what's going on." She said, "I didn't know I was pregnant. I'm a cheerleader. I started gaining a lot of weight. My clothes were tight. I was taking birth control pills." So she said this didn't make any sense to me.
One of the nurses did mention that Trevizo was asking her, like, "Oh, hey, what would happen if I was taking birth control, stop taking birth control, and then taking weight loss medication?" And they were just like, "What?" And so how I interpreted that was like, oh, maybe she didn't know she was pregnant for real, and she didn't want her medication to mix up, and that's why she took weight loss medication, because she was like, "Why am I getting so much weight? I need to lose weight." But then when I listened to the nurse's interview, how she interpreted it as like, oh, she was probably maybe taking birth control. This is just her theory, by the way. Maybe she was taking birth controls, and then when she realized she was pregnant, well, there's no point in taking birth control anymore, and now I need to take weight loss medication to really not show that I'm pregnant, so I can still continue to hide my pregnancy. So I was like, oh, that's another interesting theory as well.
I don't know what to tell you. And I did my scan, and then I left.
And that was the end of your contact with her? Okay. Other than her telling you that she was pregnant, taking birth control, and her clothes got tighter, did she tell you anything else that may come to mind?
And did you use the belly ultrasound or the vaginal?
Through the vagina.
Through the vagina.
Yeah, and still there was, some tissue, because when you deliver, whether it's a normal delivery or not, sometimes it's still placenta tissue can still be in there. And so she was having a significant amount of bleeding. But after that, I stopped, I told the doctor, and I sent the report out to be read, and that was it.
So
it wasn't till the morning too, when I walked in, and this is Artesia. I'm not from Artesia. I just work here during the week, and word gets around, and I just was hearing stories of what really happened. I never knew the details until I walked in the next day.
Okay.
And I just didn't say anything.
And how long have you been a
ultrasound
tech?
For about 20 years.
Okay. So, is there any other trauma or anything to that part of the body that would leads you to believe that she didn't give birth, or?
No, because, and after talking to the ER doctor, I mean, she was obviously in labor, and I think she knew that. And so my assumption was, she panics because when she was talking to me, she was talking pretty rapid, and she was like, I don't understand, so, was it all mental, psychological, who knows, but she definitely knew what she was doing, and what was doing was wrong because of the way she was talking to me, just stating, I didn't realize I was pregnant, and, but I'm taking birth control, so, I mean, she was panicked, but, I didn't see her being in a state of mind where she did not know what she was doing. And that's just my perception working with women, well, not just women and men, and scanning in general, who's a little bit off, and I didn't get that with her. She's pretty much, and she felt it. I mean, you could tell that she was, I don't know if I should say if she was worried or she was concerned, because she knew what she did was in the wrong. That was just the impression I got.
Yeah, this is going to be like an uphill battle for her, because it's going to be her word versus the hospital staff words. It's basically her versus the hospital, right? And these are people who are healthcare workers, ER doctor, nurses, technicians, housekeeper, cleaner. But yeah, it's going to be really tough for her, because I think what her lawyer has said so far, they're essentially, it seems like they're trying to blame the hospital. That's what I got out of it when he was doing the interview. Seems like they're trying to blame the hospital. And I think that they're trying to say that like the hospital never told her that she was pregnant, but I think there has been one hospital staff so far that may have said that they told her that she was pregnant, and like she was like denying it. She said, I wouldn't be pregnant. I'm a virgin. I've never had sex before. I'm on birth controls and all that stuff. But here's the thing. I don't know. It's like, it looks really bad for her, because so far all we've seen from her is just like her lying about a lot of stuff, right? But yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be tough for her when she goes to, if this does go to trial. It's going to be her versus the hospital staff, pretty much.
Is there anything that we didn't ask that you think we should know about?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't read up on cards either. My apologies. Your HR lady has my contact information.
Okay.
And mine as well.
Okay.
And so if you have anything you want to add that you didn't think of right now that we didn't ask, let us know.
I can call you.
And give us a call. You can email us, anything like that, okay?
Okay.
And we truly appreciate what you do.
No problem.
Okay.
Thank you so
And
much.
if it bothers you, talk to someone about it, okay?
Yes.
Yeah.
Please do. Don't hold it in, all right?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you, ma'am. Thank you for coming in.
It's a pleasure meeting you.
Nice to meet you as well.
Also, sir. Okay.
Go for me.
55. Oh, snaps.
Hold it like this. Hello, Rosa. So I just had to make sure she got it first, and then she was okay with it. Social was on there, social date of birth. Okay? This is her criminal complaint. Okay? She wants, this is her copy. She didn't want to give you a copy. She just didn't want to read it, so this is hers, okay? If she needs a copy, we can get her another one. Also did a search warrant for her DNA. All it is a buccal swab, like when you go to the doctor's office, you open your mouth, you have a cough, when you have a cough.
Did she do that?
Yes. Okay, this is her copy. She didn't want to read it either. Okay? This is called return inventory. This is saying what I took for it. 2 pairs of buccal swabs sufficient for laboratory testing. Okay?
Okay.
This is that. Do you have any questions on any of that?
Yes. On this? No.
Nothing? Okay. Leave you to it then, okay?
Okay, wait. Is she gonna stay here? Are you leaving her here, or are you
Yeah.
transporting?
That's not up to me. It's up to your attention. She should be calling you after she's done with booking.
Okay, are you gonna isolate her?
Does she need to be?
Gary Mitchell just told me, because that's our lawyer, Gary Mitchell, and he said if he just wants to keep her safe.
Okay.
So if anybody finds out that what she did, what they think she did, or and she doesn't want any kind of harm.
Okay.
So if you guys could isolate her, I don't want anything to happen.
No, I know what you're talking about. He wants her to be put in a special population. That's what that means.
Okay.
No, I'll make sure if she does go out, she shouldn't, because this is through magistrate court here in town, and she should be seen tomorrow because it is non-violent. She has no priors. She more likely to be released tomorrow.
Okay.
And because I don't know if the district attorney's gonna do a pretrial detention or anything, but if they don't, then she'll see the judge in the morning and then go from there.
Okay.
What time?
What? Yeah.
It depends on the judge's schedule. He has, I believe, 72 hours to see anybody, but it just is on a rotating docket. I think detention starts at 7 in the morning. I'm not too sure right now.
Okay.
Is it for sure that she will get seen tomorrow?
The judge has 72 hours to see her. He has to see her before 72 hours or she gets released.
Okay.
Okay? More likely, she'll be released on an OR. It's called order of recognizance, your own recognizance, meaning like we're trusting you to go out there, not commit any crimes, any more crimes, do anything else. You can't leave a certain area, stuff like that. That's more likely what will happen. All right? So that's where you're at right there. All right?
Thank you for being so nice to her.
All right? I'll leave you all to it.
The cops were like, and thanks for being so not difficult with us earlier.
Thanks.
55 plus? Really? 55 senior citizen? Okay. I feel like it's like maybe 65, but yeah, okay. I don't know, 55 doesn't feel that old to me. But hey, give them their discount. Okay, I know this is just on the True Crime channel. By the way, again, shout out to True Crime and Ellie for posting all this. We'll just watch it. Be nosy.
Hello?
Hi, Miss Rodriguez.
Yes, sir?
Hi, this is Detective Gonzalez, Artesia Police Department.
Who is this?
Detective Gonzalez, Artesia Police Department.
Yes, sir.
Hi, I'm calling you today because I tried to get a hold of Alexi at school.
Why would you go to school? Why wouldn't you come here to my house?
Well, because you told me that I need to speak with a lawyer before you talk to me. But I need to hear that from Alexi first. Would she be willing to just tell me that in person at your house?
Okay, why? What? Yeah, I'll have her tell you. Tell her you're only going to talk to him with the lawyer present. Hello?
I need to hear it I have to be in person, man, so I know it's her.
Hello?
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 Hi, this is Detective Gonzalez.
Okay.
Hi, is this Alexi?
Yeah.
Hi, ma'am. I just need to meet you in person. I know your mom told me for you that you'd only talk with a lawyer present. I just need to hear that in person, okay?
Well, I will only talk with the lawyer present.
Oh my god, hello?
I just have to hear that in person, okay? When would be a good time to meet you?
She's just confused.
To tell me that in person.
You can come to my house right now, Detective Gonzalez, if you want to. I'm here and she's here.
Okay,
that'll work. I'll head that way then.
All right, thank
All right,
you.
thank you.
What? I'm a little confused why this call was posted. And this is from the other perspective that we didn't get to see. Oh, that's HT right there, the charge nurse. That's the one that we heard on the but we didn't see his
Back
face.
pain. So we started working her up. We did a pregnancy test on her, showed positive. She was denying that she had sex. Then she said she had to go to the bathroom. She went to the bathroom. She was in there for quite a while. We kept knocking on the door. Finally, we got her to open the door, and there was blood and shit everywhere. She was cleaning it up. Okay. So we took her back to the room, and I was afraid that she knew she was pregnant. She had done something to herself. Mm-hmm. So the doctor started doing a vaginal exam on her. We had the lady come to clean the bathroom. She put the baby in the trash can, and then she put another clean liner over the top of it.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So when they looked in there, there was no trash in there, but it was underneath a clean bag. The baby's dead. Okay, we have him in trauma too, but she killed the kid.
Yeah. How old was the baby?
I don't know. It's full term. She just had it. She had it in the bathroom. Was what happened, and then whatever she did, I don't know. She's gonna lie. She wouldn't even tell us she's pregnant. She's been lying the whole time.
Okay.
So that's what's going on. I just pulled the doctor out of the room, so nothing's been said to the patient or the mother that's in there yet.
Okay.
I have Leela, the housekeeper, if you want to interview her.
Yeah.
She's the one that kind of found under
Yeah,
the
because I
trash.
wanted to get with you guys first and then get with her
Right.
to get her statement before I even did anything.
Well, I'm the charge, and this is what has happened.
Okay.
You can interview the nurse that had her,
Okay.
the two nurses that were taking care of her. You can talk to the tech, which is Lori. She's the one that went in there and actually found it, because Lilo's like, this is really heavy.
Okay.
So then Lori went in there, and then of course the baby was underneath the clean liner.
Okay, yeah, if we can speak with Lori, that way
Okay,
get her
I'll get
statement,
Lori
then
and
I'll
I'll
get
get
I'll get detectives.
So,
anyway.
officer, the first thing though is I need to make sure that the mother, the woman who delivered the baby, is medically stable. I don't know if she's delivered a placenta. She's bleeding a lot. I just got her accepted to Loveless, so I need to get her up there as soon as possible.
Okay, I'll get detectives over here right away.
Okay, so how I need to tell her what's going on, and I need to tell the mother what's going. The mother, they're both in there together. Is one.
I don't think he was trying to make it about him, the nurse right here. I think that it was just a really fucked up thing, and I think it really fucked him up in a way where he was just like, he couldn't comprehend the situation. And that's why he was being so emotional with the cops.
If you're willing to be present for that conversation.
And I'll go in there.
Are you guys going?
Yeah.
Okay, let's
Yeah,
go
for
right
sure.
now and do this.
While we're doing that, I'll
And
get
then
with
I'll make sure Lila comes down. All the other nurses and stuff are here, and I'll get Lila here.
Okay.
So she's a little shit done.
right.
Hey, Maria, you get Lila back down now? Maria?
What more needs to be investigated? DNA test, positive pregnancy test can prove that she was in the bathroom. What more needs to be investigated? Basically, what they're gonna have to find her guilty for, whether or not that she gave birth to a stillborn baby and then discarded it in the trash, or whether or not she gave birth to a baby that was alive, caused the death of it by putting it in the trash, and yeah. So that's what they're trying to figure out right now, or that's what the jury's going to figure out if it goes to trial.
Hey, bro, you might need to get down here to the hospital pretty quick. So we had a girl, 19-year-old female, came in for back pain. They did a pregnancy test on her. She ended up going to the bathroom. And when she went to the bathroom, basically she had her baby, and she threw the baby in the trash. And when she threw the baby in the trash, well, the baby's dead now. When they found it earlier. But they need to get her shipped off to Loveless Medical Center. To the girl, so that's what I'm saying. I don't know if y'all want to get over here real quick. We haven't interviewed her or nothing yet, so we just break.
Oh, I think this is them trying to call the cops, not the cops, the detectives over.
I know. But the baby's gonna have to be taken for autopsy. There'll be an investigation. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But we need to do this.
Well, if this goes to trial, then she's going to be able to hire her own, forensic, a person that does like the autopsy. And if they have a different finding than the state's autopsy, then that's where they could have an argument, right? And then the jury's going to have to figure out who they believe more.
Correctly. And I want to be transparent with you about what I should do. Officer, do you guys need to talk to her before we get her transferred?
How long is it going to be before you have to transfer
I
out?
don't know.
We gotta make calls.
Okay.
Marianne,
So-
you think 20, 30 minutes?
Yeah, hopefully, yes.
Okay.
Okay.
I got detectives on the way, so
Okay.
they're gonna be talking to her.
Okay.
So.
You guys have, I'm the charge nurse here. Do you guys have any questions for me?
Like, how big is the baby?
It's full term.
What? 9 months? Nothing was crying. Lexi, have you watched the news of the girls that what they do to their babies and what they go to jail? Nothing was crying.
Any other questions?
Okay. So as of right now, like what I said is, we're gonna have the detectives come over here and they're gonna talk to you. Okay. We have to gather some more information about what's going on. They'll get your statement. They're gonna get the doctor's statements. They're gonna get everybody's statements. Okay. So I don't know everything yet. Okay. So I'm not gonna tell you. I can't tell you nothing, honestly. Okay. All I can
But
tell
she's
you is.
not gonna go to jail.
Right now,
No?
right now she's being detained, so she's not going to leave from here at all. Period. Okay, so one of us will
She's
be
in your custody? Like,
Yeah, she's detained. Yeah, she's not under arrest, but she is
Okay.
detained. Okay, she's not free to leave. So while this whole thing is coming up, is you're not free to leave. Okay, one of us will be in here the whole time with you, because you're not gonna try to leave or nothing like that. All right. Like I said, the detectives will be here. They're gonna talk to you. I mean, your care is of the utmost right now. Okay. They're gonna do what they need to do to take care of you to make sure you get stable. They get you transferred out or whatever. Like I said, the detectives are already been notified. They're already on the way, so they're gonna come talk to you. All right. So don't leave. Don't try to do nothing. One of us is always gonna be in here in this room with you. Okay. Unless we have to step out for doctor's orders or something like that because they need to examine you or do something with you. But other than that, like I said, you are detained. You are not free to leave at this point. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Where was the baby at?
I don't know. I have no clue yet. Like I said, I just talked to the charge nurse. We're still getting all the information right now.
Okay.
Okay. Once we get that information, like I said, the detectives, they can clue you in on everything and talk to you more about it.
Okay.
All right. So. Let's see real quick. Do you happen to have an ID on you by chance?
Yes,
Did you
she
bring?
does.
Okay. Can we get that, please?
She's grabbing the ID. Yo, literally. This. I don't know. I guess the guy's here to like get medical help, but the mom is about to open the door, and then she sees this guy, and she's like, "Oh hell no!" And she like closes the door.
Yeah, just come with me. I'll stay right there for this. Go.
You got it, buddy? Okay.
Go right there, room 4. So, Laura, this is Leela. She's the housekeeper. If you want to talk to her.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't know, so I had her come and clean
No.
Oh yeah, this is the restroom right here, so you can see how far the restroom is from her hospital room.
You didn't know.
No, you're
That's
fine.
okay.
No, you're fine.
Okay.
So this is the one that happened in?
Yes.
Okay, is there any way I can get this? Where was the trash at? Where's the trash can at?
Yeah.
Okay, does it still have everything in it?
Yeah. Well, the baby's out on the bed.
Okay, that's fine. So what I need to do is I'm gonna go ahead and I need to secure this, make sure nobody gets in here no more.
Okay.
So,
Okay. So the bathroom's locked.
yeah.
Out of order.
Yeah, if you can, just put a sign on that, and then you said everything else is in here? Okay.
Oh no, was the baby in the body cam footage?
Okay.
So, like I said, he was in the trash one, wrapped up with the paper towels underneath that. So I pulled that out of the way to get him out so we could check on him.
Right. Okay.
And then she's already cleaned in the bathroom some. So.
Yeah, that's what I say. We'll leave it the way it is,
Right.
and then, but like this too, could we go ahead? I'm gonna have to secure this room also,
fine. Yeah. That's
since you
fine.
pulled everything in here. So was the baby wrapped in the plastic as well?
Yeah, it was in the trash. See, we pulled it apart
Okay.
to get to the baby because we had to check on it.
Right.
So she put it in the trash, and then it was wrapped up, and it was in the bottom with this brand new plastic trash bag over it.
Oh, okay.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I just want to see if it was actually if the baby was in the bag
Yes,
itself.
the baby was in the trash bag.
Okay.
She put it right in the. See, you can see all that stuff is from the trash. It was in the ER,
Right.
and she put him in there, and then she put a new one over the top where you couldn't see it.
Okay.
And the only reason we found them is because when she went to pull the trash, she goes, "This is awful heavy."
Kind of heavy.
And then Lori went and looked, and she goes, "Holy shit!" And then she came and got me,
Okay.
and I got the doctor. We brought the baby in here. Of course, he's dead.
Right. Okay. Alrighty. Yeah, y'all can secure this one off too.
So I have it all closed up there, and I'll put a note on there, and we'll
Okay. Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, that way nobody else
put
comes in
notes
here.
on this door and that door.
Yeah, just
Then
nobody else to come in this one and that one either.
outside door.
So. Oh yeah, sorry. Sorry. Okay, so I'm not gonna ask you a lot of questions, okay? The detectives are gonna come and they're gonna.
Oh, the housekeeper
Be the ones to ask you a lot more questions than I am, okay?
Okay.
So what the basic thing is, how did you get notified to come over here to check it out, or?
Lori called me to come clean the bathroom because it was all full of blood.
Okay.
So that's what I was doing, and the last thing I was going to do was throw the trash. And when I picked up the trash, I thought it was heavy.
Oh, that's the ultrasound technician. Hey, just saw her walking by.
And so I started looking in there, and on the very
I think NMSU is probably like New Mexico State University.
bottom, she had it covered with some toilet paper. And that's when I called Lori and told her to come and look.
Yeah, no, I think that's good, Nikita. So Nikita says it's okay. We all have opinions. She did a horrible thing, but I want to wait for the facts and evidence before I believe that she intentionally murdered it. Yeah, and that's a good thing. I think it's good to have an open mind. I know right now people are very angry that she discarded the baby in the trash. But yeah, for the rest of all the things that she's been charged for, well, actually the one charge that she's been charged for first degree, was it homicide? So at that point, you know, we have to wait for the more expert testimonies, right? To see if who we believe more. Do we believe the state, or do we believe the one that she hired that's going to say that, like, oh, you know, the baby wasn't stillborn when she gave birth, or the baby was stillborn when she gave birth.
Okay. So did you look inside of it?
Yeah, I think it's important when we're like initially seeing these cases. I think it's very important to keep an open mind and not to just jump to one conclusion and stick with it, because that's the most that's the one that you're emotionally more uncomfortable with, right?
Doll or anything like that?
Yeah, I looked inside of it, and there's where I seen something, you know, on the very bottom of the toilet paper that covered it up in a plastic bag.
Okay. When you looked at it, did you see that it was a baby, or what did you think? You knew already? Okay. All right. Like I said, I don't want to ask you too many questions because the detectives are going to ask you a lot more than I am. Okay. So I don't want you to have to repeat yourself or.
Yeah, I was about like that.
Okay. All right. Do you have your ID on you by chance?
Yeah, I can go get it.
Okay.
It's my
Yeah.
locker.
Okay. Yeah, you could. And then, like I said, once the detectives get here,
that's what juries have to do, you know? That's what they do in murder cases. That's what they do in normal civil cases, right? You have different expert testimonies. You got to pick the one that you think is the most reliable, presented their information the best. Yeah, that's just how it is. That's how it is in trial. Because all these experts, it's just their own, all these experts, you know, they don't know everything for sure, right? But based on what they see and based on their experiences, they have to come up with the best guess of like what happened. But that's just how it is. You know, there are some things that you don't know for sure. Unless you have like video footage of someone doing something and like stabbing and murdering someone, then yeah, then maybe you would, you know for sure, like concretely. But, you know, for things that aren't recorded like that, yeah, best guess.
to have stuff that you need to do around here right now?
That's just how it is.
No, I'm done. I mean, I'm okay for now.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, and sometimes people get convicted based on circumstantial evidence. So.
I was gonna say, because if you need to run around to do stuff, it's fine. Just stick around. That way, when they need you, we can call you.
She normally doesn't leave till 5, right? Yeah, I don't leave till 5.
Okay, sounds good. If you want to just bring me your ID, that way I have it.
Okay.
And then we'll go from there. Okay.
Okay.
You okay?
Yeah.
I know it's kind of traumatic. So.
Yeah, it just bothered me at first.
Yeah.
And it still bothered me.
Yeah. No, I understand. Trust
I
me.
wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
Yeah, trust me. The fact that she's in a hospital, there's an emergency cord. Trust me. A lot of us are like, WTF.
I did have gloves on when I touched the bag.
Okay, so it was
I
just,
was the one that found it.
okay, so okay, can I get your ID from you too? Because I'll definitely have to add you. Yeah, I definitely have to add you to all this.
Somewhere in my little bag.
Oh my God, what is that noise?
Getting all that information. The only ones I've talked to so far was actually just the charge nurse.
We don't know yet. We don't know if the mom knows or not. We don't know if she even knew she was pregnant or not, right? We're assuming that she knew, but we don't know if she actually knew. So we'll have to wait.
And I just got done talking with.
All we know so far is that I think all we know so far for sure was that she gave birth definitely in the hospital bathroom, and she's claiming that the baby made no sounds whatsoever. I don't know if she's even said it from her mouth that I don't know if she's even said it from her mouth that she just got it in the trash can, but it seems like from what her lawyer is saying, I think she's admitting to like, yeah, I put the baby in the trash can. But yeah, there's still a lot of information that we don't know for sure yet. We just have to wait.
The cleaning lady, the housekeeping lady. So, and she said that she got she cleaned up everything first because like I said, the girl went in there and had the blood and shit everywhere. And then when she went to throw the trash last, that she felt it pretty heavy. And then that's when she looked in there and then she saw what she thought looked like a baby. So she came and got the charge nurse and one of the other nurses, and they're the ones that got the baby. The baby was wrapped in a plastic bag and paper towels and all that. They brought the baby into the trauma room. When they did, the baby was already dead. Well, no, I'm about to get all her information right now. They're giving me a sheet right now.
Why did she get left back twice? Well, we don't know if she got left back twice. It's possible that maybe I don't know if they're even like, I don't know if she's even like an American born citizen, right? There are times where like sometimes you have foreigners who like transfer from their school, and then when they come here, they're like 19 years old, but they're like a senior. We definitely had like some people in my school that were like 18, 19, and they're like still like juniors or like seniors, and they transferred. So we don't know her background. I don't know if she's like an American citizen or not. Or maybe she just like, went to kindergarten late. I don't know. We have no idea, right?
No, yeah. I'll have everybody's information when you get here on the sheet. Yeah. Okay, I'll get it to you. Okay, bye.
Oh, okay.
Can I do you have the sheet for her?
Yeah.
Just so I can send it to detectives real quick, please.
Yeah, so that's her hospital room right there. I think that's the bathroom, right? That's the bathroom right there. That's the, I think that's the water fountain they were talking about. So they said they kept hearing the toilet flush. But it's just kind of interesting to see the layout, because I don't know if they're going to try to say that like, oh, she tried to call it for the nurses and like the nurses like ignored her or something. Even though it'd be kind of tough to say that. Because one of the nurses did tell her that like, hey, if you need something, there's a button right here that you can press and it'll call us over. Lily, thank you so much for the $9.99 from the little corgi. It might be a Shiba, but I'm calling it a corgi anyways. Bye, Morden. Gotta get stuff done. Thanks for hanging out with us. Have a good one. Thank you, thank you. Oh wow, that was really loud. I'm gonna turn that down a little bit. But yeah, I'm just saying there's just a lot of things that we don't know, and there's no point on like jumping on certain facts that are unconfirmed and then like, making judgments based off of that, right? We're just keeping an open mind and we're just watching this as it unfolds. We might have some theories here and there, but yeah.
Give her her name. Don't give him the sheet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For HIPAA.
Oh,
Unless you have a warrant, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to make everything.
Yeah, no, you're good. I know that little girl from somewhere. From where though? Can I get just a regular scratch sheet of paper also, please?
A what?
Just a regular sheet of paper, blank sheet of paper real quick.
What time or what?
What type of phone? Does that phone say it or no? Just call her now.
It'll be on her phone.
Thank you, sir.
Sherry, leave the beer? Yeah.
A gavel? Even I don't have a gavel.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, whatever you need to do, just say where when they come here, they can talk to you, okay? So if you want to kick back in there, or however they want you to do, okay?
Okay.
If there's any videos you guys want me to watch, just post it in the Discord. If you're in the Discord, post it in there. I have a true crime section. I'll usually view it like off stream, and then maybe I'll watch it on stream.
What time is it?
We haven't heard from her. I'm not defending her, but I just kind of found out how she had done this, so I'm trying to give her the benefit of the doubt. Yeah, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that, Nikita. Absolutely not, yeah. We're all trying to wrap our minds around this.
201. 201.
You know what, let me get your information real quick. Is this still your current street address right here? The 806?
No, it's
Okay.
Just taking down information.
Okay. What are you gonna do with them?
Just flush it out and then kick them out.
Kick them out. Okay. All right. ID? Give me her ID. Huh? Mom has them? Okay.
This is a picture of her giving. This is the picture of her in her cheerleading outfit 3 weeks before giving birth. You could find it. Give me 1 second. I just posted it. Is it this one? I want to watch the. 1 second. Is it this one? It's either this one or the other video. I think it's the other video. Yeah, I looked at her pictures. She didn't. To me, it didn't look like she was like for sure pregnant. Here you go. This video here. That's her 3 weeks before she gave birth. Does she look pregnant to you guys? It is not just that one picture. I went through a bunch of other pictures that she was in, but she pretty much just looked a little pudgy. This is 3 weeks before she gave birth. Like, she just looks like, I don't know, she just have like, I don't know, like the rest of us, like a little bit of like, a little bit of a gut right there. She didn't, this is 3 weeks before. And keep in mind, she probably wasn't wearing her tight cheerleading outfits, probably not around her mom. She was probably wearing the most baggiest clothes that she can when her mom wasn't around. I don't know if the mom watches for cheerleading games or not, but like this to me does not look for sure she's pregnant. So I believe, you know, if the mom wants to say that she didn't know that she was pregnant, yeah, I don't have a hard time believing it. Yeah, I think it's possible. We need to compare it to her before. I found pictures of her. I am from, there was a picture of her that she went to prom the year before. She was like a little bit skinnier, but I mean, this to me just looks like someone just gained weight senior year, right? We don't have answers to questions like that, Chopper. But she just looks pudgy. I don't know. When I think of pregnant, I think of like, you know, the pregnant emoji where you got like the pronounced bump. That's what I'm thinking. But there was another picture of her posted on Reddit where it has like her side profile of her and she's got like the little, I don't know what the fuck that is. The thing where you like shout into. I couldn't find that picture. I wanted to see if there's, I don't know if it was like photoshopped or if it's like, I don't know where that picture is. But in that picture, even though like she's like on her side, you kind of look like she kind of looks like she's pregnant. She does have her back arched like this though, and her stomach is like sticking out. But like when she's like standing around like this, and there's pictures where she's like doing like the cheerleading arm things, like I don't know, she didn't look pregnant to me. It's just like, yeah, you kind of just look a little chubby. Yeah. Megaphone. I don't think it's a megaphone though. Megaphone is the one where it's like electronic, right? This one is just like a cone. It looked like a paper or plastic cone. I'm like, what the hell is this? But yeah, I don't know. I didn't think she really looked that pregnant in this photo. And other photos that I found of her. Let's see, what video are we at?
So the bathroom's just out of order.
Yeah, if you can, just put a sign on that, and then.
I mean, here's what I'm saying. She was wearing baggy clothes whenever her mom was around, okay? She was wearing the hoodies. She was wearing the big-ass sweatshirts, the large size. Maybe some sweatpants.
Everything else is in here?
That was 3 weeks before she gave birth. Three weeks. That was from beginning of January of 2023. This is from January 27th. So 3 weeks before.
Okay. So like I I said he was in the trash one, wrapped up. with
I don't know,
paper
Queen.
towels
We don't know that.
underneath that. So I pulled that out of the way to get him out so we could check on him.
Right.
And I've had friends before that got him pregnant and didn't get morning sickness. Lucky bitches. But yeah, I don't know. Some people don't get morning sickness. I don't know. She could have been in denial. Maybe she knew. Maybe she didn't. We don't know these answers yet, right?
Okay.
And then she's already cleaned in the bathroom song. So.
Yeah, that's what.
Well, she could have had spotting as well. And maybe when she had spotting, you know, because sometimes when people who are pregnant, maybe you have spotting, you know, maybe she thought that she was still having her periods or something. And I heard that there are some women that will still have blood coming out of them, even though when they're pregnant. Like, and they think that it's their period. I don't know if it's still their period or not, but yeah, there's always those cases that you hear.
So I say we'll leave it the way it is,
Right.
and then, but like this too, could we go ahead? I'm gonna have to secure this room also,
That's
since you pulled everything in here.
Oh no, you had 24/7 sickness during your entire pregnancy. Oh, poor you. Yeah, one of my best friends, dude, she like powered through her pregnancy like it was nothing. she wild, man. She was like trying to go on this hike. She was trying to convince me to go on this hike with her, and like her dogs and her husband. And she's like, "Yeah, let's go on this hike." I'm like, "Okay." I was thinking like a chill hike. We're just like walking on like flat plain, you know, it's like super chill. But it was like this fucking like cave hike. I don't know. Maybe she didn't know how like strenuous it was probably going to be. It's like a cave hike where you go through like, first it's like a regular hike, right? But then you kind of get into the cave and you have to go through a certain time before like the cave floods. And like if it floods or trapped in there, I don't know. She was crazy. I was like, I'm not doing that. But she made pregnancy look really, really easy. And she did it with no epidural. And yeah, she's pregnant right now with her second kid. So it seems really chill for her. But yeah, dude, I'm so sorry that you had morning sickness like 24/7. That sucks. Wah. But you know what? Worth it, right? It was worth it.
So was the baby wrapped in the plastic as well?
Yeah, it was in the trash. See, we pulled it apart
Okay.
to get to the baby because we had to check on it.
Right.
So she put it in the trash, and then it was wrapped up, and it was in the bottom with this brand new plastic trash bag over it.
Oh, okay.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I just wanted to see if it was actually if the baby was in the bag
Yes,
itself.
the baby was in the trash bag.
Okay.
She
Yeah.
put it right in the. See, you can see all that stuff is from the trash. It was in the ER,
Right.
and she put him in there, and then she put a new one over the top where you couldn't see it.
Okay.
And the only reason we found them is because when she went to pull the trash, she goes, "This is awful heavy."
Kind of heavy.
And then Lori went and looked, and she goes, "Holy shit!" And then she came and got me,
Okay.
and I got the doctor. We brought the baby in here. Of course, he's dead.
Right. Okay. Alrighty. Yeah, y'all can secure this one off too.
So I have it all closed up there, and I'll put a note on there. And
Okay. Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, that way nobody
I've heard of that TV show before. I didn't know I was pregnant. Yeah.
else
put
comes in
those
here.
on
No.
this door and that door.
Yeah.
And like some of the women, they show pictures of them like while they were pregnant. And yeah, you can't really tell what's pregnant. Like I'm like, where the hell was the baby tucked in a way that like, I don't know, where is the baby? But yeah, it's crazy. I don't know where the baby's tucked in where like it looks like they're not pregnant. I don't know, man. Maybe you guys ever seen that Japanese kid show called Doraemon? Doraemon's like a blue little raccoon little figure thing, and like he has like a pocket where he just like pulls like out shit from his pocket. But yeah, it's like a Japanese kid's cartoon.
Just nobody else to come in this one and that one either.
Outside door.
Oh yeah, sorry. Sorry. Okay, so I'm not gonna ask you a lot of questions, okay? The detectives are gonna come and they're gonna be the ones to ask you a lot more questions than I am, okay?
Okay.
So what the basic thing is, how did you get notified to come over here to check it out, or?
Oh, Lori called me to come clean the bathroom because it was all full of blood.
Okay.
So that's what I was doing, and the last thing I was going to do was throw the trash. And when I picked up the trash, I thought...
Wait a second. Did I actually rewind it? I think I did. Oh no! What happened? Oh, there's the ultrasound. Hello. Sorry, I was watching the wrong video.
Yeah. Well, she took her ID with her, so. Yeah, good.
I wasn't sure if I did it.
Well, I was,
One of the staff did mention that the hospital did have them all talk to like I don't know, like a hospital hired psychiatrist or something. But I feel like it's one of those things where it's like you don't just talk to them once. Like I don't know, man, this thing got to work through for like I don't know, because this can just affect you randomly like months later, right? Yeah, the PTSD from this.
So what I'm gonna put is 208 or 210. Lori came and got me. I went to the bathroom. Okay, let me see.
Yeah, I wonder. Oh wait, there's the. Oh, I think that's the security footage right there that the police pulled. Because when they wrote the arrest affidavit, they referred to a hospital security cam, and that's how they knew what time she went to the bathroom and like how many times people checked up on her and stuff like that.
220. Clean up the blood.
okay.
At that point,
She lives in
no, you know what she did? Oh, I saw her.
So she was in there because you called her at 2:02. So she was in there. Y'all were trying to get her out for about 5 minutes.
About good 20, 30 minutes trying to get her out of there. Because we checked on her a few times.
Okay.
How long were we trying to get her out, Chris?
She was probably in there for total maybe 40 minutes.
But it was two separate times.
After maybe 10 minutes or so, we started like, hey.
You okay?
Right.
Oh, it took, so it was like 10 minutes and then we went looking for her?
Yeah, and then it took a few times and she still.
Okay. Okay. Well, from now on, she's not coming in no more. If she would have stayed here, she would have. Okay. You're staying out. So I didn't even know she left. Where'd the mom go?
She said she's in the car, husband.
Okay. Well, from now on, she's not coming in no more. If she would have stayed here, she would have stayed in there. No problem, but not anymore. She's not coming back in.
That'd be a fun conversation. That'd be a fun conversation with her.
Put it all on this sheet right here too.
It's like, it's in CAT. I don't have like her ID or anything.
Okay.
Mom has like everything, so.
Okay.
This is when the cop goes to talk to the mom.
Thank you. As soon as detectives get here, then we'll come back out and get with you, okay?
We saw that already.
Just when we do it, ask the nurse. Make sure there's nothing in there that she can arm herself with. Hey, Alexi. I know it's kind of tough right now, okay? I know you're scared. I know everything else, okay? As of right now, I cannot allow your mom to be in here with you, okay? So once the detectives get here, then she may be able to come back in here. But as of right now, I can't allow her to be back in here, okay? If you need something, we're not going to stay in here, okay? Because I think it makes it worse that we're here anyways, all right, obviously. And I know you're scared. So what we're going to do is we're going to stay on the outside of the door, okay? As long as you promise me you're not going to hurt yourself, okay? Like I said, this is a lot. I know it is, okay? You're young, you know, I don't want to be in here kind of adding to your anxiety and everything else, okay? If you need something, just push that button, okay? And then they'll come in here. They're on the way, okay? Okay? So as soon as they get here, they're going to talk to you. I mean, the reason why...
Will my mom be allowed in here?
Your mom, well, not yet. I can't allow her to come back in here yet.
But when they get here?
Yeah, once they get here, then it's up to detectives, and then you could ask them if she can come back here. If they're okay with her coming back here, then she can come back here.
Hi, Tam. How are you doing today? How was the birthday party? You guys have fun?
Okay. The reason why is because you're an adult. You're 19 years old. Okay. If you were a juvenile, I would gladly have her back in here. Okay. But being you're an adult, I can't have her. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So, okay. If you have any questions, like say push that or yeah.
Man, let's say if she was found guilty, guilty of all the charges, what would sentencing even look like? I know there was a teenager that was found guilty. She was the one that like, did she put the baby in the dumpster or something like that? What did she get? That was also New Mexico too, right? Got the graduation coming. Oh, fun stuff. Didn't she get like 10 years or something like that? Was it 20? Oh, Alexis Avila. What did she get? Oh, let's see. Alexis Avila, 18 years. I don't know much about her case. I just heard about teen that dumps baby in the garbage or in the dumpster. New Mexico teenage mother was sentenced Monday. Oh, sorry. I'll share the article with you guys. You can see. Was sentenced Monday to a mandatory 18 years in prison for tossing her newborn son into the trash dumpster behind shopping center. But a state district judge cited mental health concerns. The defendant's agent suspending 2 years of the punishment. They convicted Alexis Avila at 19 of child abuse involving great bodily harm following a days-long trial last month in which her public defender argued her actions were not premeditated and that previously undiagnosed mental health disorder played a role. Judge William Shoebridge told Avila that it had not been for luck and the grace of God, he would have been deliberating a sentence in a murder case, as there's a high probability. Oh, the child lived. Wait, the child lived and she got 16 years? Oh, God, no, I don't want to go to Twitter. No, not Twitter. Avila told judge she wants to learn how to deal with stress and anxiety. She regrets missing on the son's first milestone. Man, I feel bad for the kid because the kid's going to grow up knowing this. Jeez, that's like, I don't know. I mean, like, obviously, when they're growing up, you would shield them away from this, right? But when they turn 18, it's like, hey, you might want to know the truth about what your mom... Oh, God, no, that's so traumatizing. I hope they never know. That's so traumatizing. She was arrested in January 2022. People said a group of people were looking through the trash bin when they found the baby and tried to keep the body warm until the paramedics arrived. Now Alexis will be about 34 years old when she gets out of prison. I'm actually surprised she got 18 years. I thought they would give her the lenient sentence and like give her like, I don't know, what's something like silly. Like 4 or 5 years or something. She got 18 years. I didn't watch her trial though, so I don't know like the details if there's other shit that came into play. She literally just tossed the baby in the dumpster. Oh, there's a video? Oh, there's a video of her like doing it? Yeah, same here, Jen Pico. I didn't hear about the Alexis Avila case until recently. Jeez. Wait, but why? Do these people not know how to use Google? Could she not just like Google like what happens if I don't want my baby? And it's like, oh, Google says that in New Mexico you can just bring it to a fire department, police station, and no questions asked. Do you not know? Do these idiots not know how to use Google? Oh my God. Trial was short, but it was so impactful. Do you guys want to watch it? Not now, maybe like after we're done. She does testify. Maybe we'll watch her testimony. There were cameras. Oh no. Have you seen the camera before? Oh, I haven't seen the camera yet.
Right here? Yeah, no, I don't think so. One more form. This is for the flight crew is going to transfer you to that facility, so just sign the date. Today's the 27th.
What was the Avila case? What was her excuse for doing that? Panicked? Didn't want parents to know? What's the excuse? Panic?
They'll be here for her in 30 minutes.
Come on.
They're gonna transfer her in 30 minutes.
Okay, I'll let them know. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, we're gonna be out there. If you need something, let us know, okay? All right.
Is she saying that she thought it was a stillborn as well?
Sorry, I got you.
No, you're good.
We're just gonna be right out here, okay?
Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna ask.
Okay.
Hi there. My name is Marina.
Lucio was in there. He was there while it happened.
All right, I think this is just. I feel bad. I think they're just like having conversations, and this whole thing's like recorded. Oh man, I think they're talking about one other coworker around here. This coworker's gonna hear this conversation. They're laughing about someone. Yeah, I think they're just having their own little private conversation here. And just waiting for the detectives to show up, waiting for her to get transferred. I don't know if this one shows anything. Let's see. Oh, this is we were watching his body cam footage, I think. It looks like she's tossing trash in the bin. Oh, it looks like a regular video of someone throwing something away. Was there, not like it matters, but it kind of does matter. Was there like cushions at least? Blankets to at least like soften the landing? Jeez. Oh, okay, I think they're just doing like oh, but I wonder if there's any conversation here. I don't think they're going to show anything. It'll be blurred out. Yeah, I just want to make sure they're okay. Because she kept saying that like she said something to the I don't know if she said something to the nurse when the cops weren't there about the birth control and the weight loss thing. Here, I don't think they show anything, but I'm just gonna listen. I'm gonna boost the audio. Yeah, I think she talks to this nurse when the cops leave. I was just wondering if it was put on the body cam. There was one body cam footage where the mom pointed out the boyfriend because the boyfriend ended up showing up at the hospital with his mom at some point. But whether or not he's for sure the father, we don't know. But the mom pointed out that's the boyfriend, probably the father. But yeah, we don't know for sure. I don't know. They're like they're doing the ultrasound thing. I just want to make sure they're not like showing anything. Because this is where they're gonna start probing her. I just want to make sure it's not gonna show anything. I don't think it does, but you never know.
See what you think, right? Okay, so what I have to do is I want you to put your legs in for it.
Yeah, New Mexico has like a safe haven act for newborn babies up to 90 days.
Can we scan it to the belly first, and if I can't scan it to the
They about to ultrasound her like vajay area, so I just want to make sure they ain't showing anything. Okay, so I'm just listening because these two, the technician and the nurse, say that like she was very talkative with them, but I think once they asked the cop to leave the room because they're gonna do the ultrasounding, I think that's when she's talkative. So I was just curious to see if she was gonna talk to them like while the cop was there. I don't think she did. We don't know, Cecilia. There's always a possibility, right? You never know. There could be a possibility for anything. We don't know what we'll find out later down the road. Okay, I don't think anything happens here. What do we talk about that I'm not watching the dumpsters thing. I'll watch it probably off stream. You guys can go watch it. It's too loud.
She would tell police she didn't know she was pregnant until the day before she gave birth, but fellow students contradicted this, saying that she told them about the pregnancy beforehand. The second witness for the defense was the defendant. Alexis Avila decided to take the stand. This is the whole case right here. The defense is she knows, yes, we admit she did it, she did do it, but we don't think she should be charged with that top charge of first-degree attempted murder. So let's watch together as she takes the stand.
There's only one local news channel streaming the trial on YouTube.
Alexis, please state your name for the record.
Alexis.
What's your last name?
Avila. How old are you? I'm 19 years old.
So when she did this, she was what, like 18? 17?
How old were you in January of 2022?
Oh, last year.
I'm 18 years old.
And when is your birthday?
December 22nd.
Okay. In January of 2022, we've learned that...
Oh, I'm sorry. I just jumped right into it. We're jumping into Alexis Avila really quick because people were talking about her. And so she is also from New Mexico, same state as Trevizo. And she was 18 years old. But in her scenario, it looked like there's a camera footage of her casually just like driving up to a dumpster and then tossing her infant in there. But the infant did live. So infant is alive. Because the reason why, I think I brought her up because I wanted to know what her sentencing was because she was deemed guilty. I want to know what her sentencing was. But in her scenario, her baby's alive and she got 18 years. Whew, 18 years.
You were in school at that time?
Because I was wondering what sentencing would look like if Trevizo was found guilty of all charges, like roughly, just compare.
What grade were you in?
I was a senior.
Okay. Were you involved in any school activities?
Not my junior and senior year, no.
What about prior to that?
Yes. In middle school, I was in band, and my...
Can you talk into the microphone, please? Tell her to put the microphone closer to her mouth. What is up with this audio? This happened around the same time as the other case. This happened in 2022. The other case happened in the beginning of 2023. So maybe they're like a year apart.
8th grade freshman and sophomore year of high school, I played softball.
Okay. Why did you stop playing softball?
I was in a car accident and I wasn't cleared to play until the end of junior season.
Now we're going to go and talk about January specifically, okay?
Okay.
And we're going to start from around the 4th of January.
Okay.
We have learned in court that you did have a hospital visit?
Yes.
On January 4th?
On Tuesday? Yes.
Yeah. It was a Tuesday?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Why did you go to the hospital on Tuesday, January 4th?
I was having back pain.
Oh, back pain.
Could you describe what that was like?
Kind of like a sharp pain to my muscles. Kind of like a sharp twist to my muscles and bones.
18 years.
Your back?
My lower back, lower hip.
Okay. So, is this pain that you were familiar with, or was it unusual?
No, I'm very familiar with it.
Why?
It happens frequently, multiple times out of the week.
Maybe it was like her softball injury or whatever she was talking about. She stopped playing softball because she got injured or something.
It's nothing out of the ordinary.
Okay. What, do you know what the cause is?
The accident. When I got in the accident,
But see, here's the thing, Queen. I wonder if her sentencing was 18 years because there was a footage of her doing it, like actually doing the tossing motion, and that really resonated with the jury. I wonder if in Trevizo's case, because there's no footage of her, I don't know. Because I feel like once you have like the footage, it's like, wow, I don't know, it's just hands down, like guilty for sure, and then just freaking awful, right? Yeah, both in New Mexico. But then Trevizo's case could also be bad too, because she was at a hospital with staff that could have maybe potentially, maybe saved the baby. Oof. Well, the hospital cameras would just be her going in and out, right? If we actually had footage of her like while she was in the bathroom, I mean, we wouldn't, but if there was, you know, that could make the judge make the sentencing more harsher. I don't know. Oh no. Yeah, that's true. That's true. And then the autopsy photos too, right? Oh, you're right. Yeah.
I got a referral to Odessa, and I got x-rays done, MRIs, and the doctor said that I had a crack in my bones on my L4 and my L5, and there was fluid in there.
What did you tell the professionals at the hospital?
This thing that I just
Oh, so is this a direct examination? I want to listen to the cross examination. That's always a spicy one.
told you, I had lower back pain and that I got in a car accident.
Okay. And what did they do?
They didn't do much. When they did see me, I believe only one doctor touched me, and the other, he just leaned over the counter and just spoke to me.
Did you get any prescriptions at that time?
Yes, ma'am.
And what happened?
They just sent me home and told me to take it when needed.
Was that for the pain or was it for something else?
It was for the pain.
Okay. So, did you take it?
Yes, ma'am.
The detectives relied on the security camera footage in the hospital to show what time she went in the bathroom, how long she was in the bathroom for, and how many times people checked up on her. So I'm sure you're going to be able to see her running to the bathroom. I don't know if there's going to be any obstruction because I don't know if there's like, I don't think there should be because we saw there was like a little security camera. I think that's probably the one that they pulled in one of the body cam footage. Because there's like a nursing station, right? The nursing station is kind of like, it's like glass window kind of, it's like a little bit closed off. But I don't know if there's going to be any obstruction or if they're going to have a clear view of the hospital room and the path to the bathroom.
What effect did it have on you?
Not much. Not a lot of medication helps my back pain. And so it helped for maybe 10 minutes, if that, and the rest it didn't.
So on January 6th, you go to see another doctor. Okay, you have to say yes.
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, let me read this really quick. Alexa Avila testified in her own defense, saying that she blacked out when the doctor told her that she was pregnant the day before she gave birth. Wait, what? So she's saying that even though a doctor told her that she was pregnant the day before she gave birth, she don't remember it because she blacked out? Oh, man, I don't know. That sounds a little bit of a BSE. What's her explanation for blacking out? Was she, like, medicated or something? Jesus.
So January 6th, you go to see another doctor. What happened at that visit?
I explained to them my pain as well, and they told me to pee in a cup.
Okay. And did you do that?
Yes, ma'am.
And then what happened?
And then shortly after, one of the doctors comes, or the doctor that I did see, she came into the room and told me I was pregnant.
How did she deliver that news to you?
When she came in, she kind of put her hand on my knee or on my leg, which I...
Oh, so is she saying that the opiates like clouded her mind, her judgment? Was she not taking like the recommended dosage?
I don't really like people touching me, so I was uncomfortable with. And then she told me that I was pregnant.
When she told you you were pregnant, what did you think at the time?
I'm not sure. I kind of blacked out.
Why did you black out?
Wait, she said I kind of blacked out. Okay. Oops, sorry.
I was in shock, I guess.
What else?
Wait, there's a difference between blacking out and being in shock. I think she's using it synonymously. I'm sure when she gets cross-examined, they'll like hammer in on this. Like, did you black out or are you just like shocked from the news? Because blacking out is like, your mind completely blacked out and you don't remember a single thing. But being in shock, that's different than blacking out.
What did she tell you?
Oh, I don't remember.
Why don't you remember?
Because I blacked out.
What do we think so far? Let's bring in criminal defense attorney Bob Mata II. He's in Chicago.
I just want to listen to her testimony. What's this? Where's the baby? Is there something else? Oh, 3 people dumpster diving. Oh, they were dumpster diving. And that's, oh no. And that's how they found the baby. Jesus. So if they weren't dumpster diving, then no one would have found the baby probably. Unless the baby was crying and maybe someone would hear her passing by.
Pick it up right where we left off.
What did you do next?
I think I went to work. I was scheduled to work on the 6th.
Before you went to work, before you left the doctor, did they give you any information as to what to do next, anything like that?
No, ma'am. They just told me to stop taking the medication that the hospital provided me with.
Okay, so you remember that part?
Yes.
Okay, is there anything else that you were told that you remember?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
Oh.
Did you?
What was the date of this? It was so cold.
Do you understand why you had to stop taking that medication?
Not fully, but not fully.
Okay. Do you now realize why you were told to stop?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So they tell you understand that you had to stop taking the medication and then you left.
Yes, ma'am.
You went to work?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What did you do that day at work for the rest of the day?
I wouldn't be able to tell you.
Why not?
I don't remember.
But you remember being at work?
Yes.
Now we're going to talk about January the 7th, okay? Something happened that day that brought us to this case today, right?
Wait. Does this also happen in January? Wait, this is like the same timeline as the other girl. Jesus. January. A year later. I don't know, maybe the other girl didn't watch the news like the mom did.
So we'll talk about that day. Before we talk about that though, so when you gathered with your family on the 6th, did you tell anybody what the doctor told you?
No, ma'am.
Why didn't you tell them?
I was still trying to process it myself.
What did that look like for you, processing it?
I wouldn't be able to tell you.
Were you at that moment aware that you were going to birth a baby the next day?
No, absolutely.
Did she have friends, family members that would testify to her having like these common blackouts? Or like, were there also experts that also explain why she would have blackouts? Because the thing with like Letitia Stalk, right? Like what she did was really horrible. And you would think that someone that would do something so egregious is someone that would be probably mentally ill, not like a sound individual who chose to do what she did. However, when she came with the defense that she had, what was it again? Like, was it multiple personality disorder or something like that? It was like, there was no family or friends that were able to attest to that. The only expert that was on her side was someone that to us just seemed a little bit phony baloney. That's what was really hard to believe, that she was having personality disorders and she was suffering from, I don't know, like dissociation or whatever else she said she had. Oh, she was our only witness. Oh, really? They didn't have any expert testimonies that could be like, hey, you know, she's like, da 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 da. She had blackouts because of this and this and this. Yeesh.
So the next day, January 7th, what did you do that morning?
Nothing much. I believe that whole day I was in bed.
Why were you in bed?
For my back pain.
What did that feel like as it was set up?
The same, like pulling muscles in my back, like sharp pain.
I'm speeding it up.
What about your parents on the 7th? What were they doing that morning?
They were at work.
Both your mom and dad went to work?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So you're at home? Was there anybody else?
No, ma'am.
So while you're home, what do you do other than lay in bed?
That's about it. A couple of times I would get up to use the restroom, or try to, but I would just go back to bed.
Okay, when you say you would get up to try to use the restroom, what was going on with you at that time?
I just felt like I really needed to go to the restroom. I felt really constipated, which is nothing unusual.
So you felt constipation before?
Yes.
So you know what that felt like? Yes. And you believe that's what was going on?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you do anything to resolve what it felt like?
Lori Daybell's the one that had no one testify. The defense just rested their case because I thought the trial was going to go on for more weeks. But yeah, it ended, and yeah, there was they just rested their case after the prosecution went. Letitia had, I think, 1 or 2 experts testify on her behalf, and that's about it. Yeah. But you see here, Lori Daybell wants like a new trial. I haven't looked into that yet, but I have to do a catch up with Lori and Lori Daybell and fucking Murdoch. Yeah, I haven't caught up with them yet.
Constipation.
Not during the morning. There was a time, I wouldn't be able to tell you the time, where my dad did take me some kind of pill. I don't know what it was, some kind of constipation pill. And I took that, and
Like Dramanique saying yes. I think I don't know. Maybe we'll watch it on, what day is it today? Maybe we'll watch it on, today's Thursday? What? I thought today was Tuesday. Hold on a second. Who's Thursday? Today's Thursday? It was Tuesday. Oh, you know what? I know why my days are messed up. It's because I didn't stream on Monday. I'm so confused. I have like my daily calendar thing, and so I just filled out the Tuesday portion. Like, okay, today we're gonna do this, this, and this. Okay, so maybe next week, or maybe tomorrow or Saturday. Sorry, that's a lot of options. We'll watch the other trial. You guys said that was crazy. It's Friday. Shut up.
went right back to sleep.
Okay. So you go right back to sleep, and then what's the next thing that happened?
I woke up and I used the restroom. Well, my dad was actually there.
I don't drink alcohol anymore or do drugs, okay? Well, actually, I like drink beer once in a while because it's so good with Korean barbecue. But nah, no blackouts. I think, I don't think I've ever had a blackout, though. I think I've had brownouts before where it's like you sort of remember and it's hazy. But yeah, I don't know. People who like completely black out and they're like functional blackouts, they're so scary. Those are the ones that are like, you gotta look out for them, okay? The ones that are like blacked out, but they're like functioning and stuff like that. But for me, I think it's mostly like brownouts. Yeah, I don't think I've ever had a blackout before. I'm trying to think. Have I? Brownouts. Yeah.
When I woke up after taking the pill, he was only there for a short amount of time. He did probably his insulin or something, use the restroom and left. And then when he when he got out of the restroom to leave, that's when I went into the restroom.
Okay. So this time around when you went to the restroom, what happened?
I delivered it.
How did that happen?
Was she scared of her parents?
I don't remember. I just remember it sitting there. And then the baby was on the toilet or on the floor. I don't remember.
You don't remember if it was in the toilet bowl or on the floor? So what were you thinking in that moment?
I was in shock. Like, how could this happen?
So what did you do?
I don't remember.
What was the next thing that you remember?
I think when me and my mom went to the police station to go to the hospital.
Okay, we're going to have more of that testimony.
Wait. Oh, sorry. Wait, so she's saying the only thing she remembers is the part where she gives birth in the bathroom and then going to the police station with the mom? So she's saying she doesn't remember. Is she saying that she blacked out when she went to the dumpster? Is that what she's saying?
Next thing that you remember. What did you do?
I don't remember this happened. I was in shock. Like, how could this happen?
So what did you do?
I don't
earliest thing that you remember?
I think when me and my mom went to the police station to go to the hospital.
Okay, we're going to have more of that testimony. Let's bring in Bob Bada. And
Okay, listen. I know that I've only listened to 10 minutes for testimony, but I could see the jury listening to that and the judge and thinking this woman is lying to us. This is bullshit. How do you not remember a huge chunk of time? I don't know. If I felt like I was being lied to, maybe I would give them a harsher sentence too. But yeah, I don't know. I didn't listen to the whole thing.
Bob, what do you take here? I mean, she seems like a nice person. I don't know. She's articulate enough here, but not getting a lot of detail, or it's hard to evaluate her.
It is, and it's one of those things where what do you say? It's hard for her, I imagine, to come up with a kind of a plausible story. But Ted, at the end of the day, it's all about intent. The state has to prove that her intent was to kill the baby, and I think that kind of goes back to what you were talking about in our last segment. There's that element of look, this was a kid. Look, this was an incredibly stupid thing to do. There's other options. But at the end of the day, are they going to be able to prove that her intent? Because they have to prove that intent element was to kill the baby. And I just don't know if her mindset was as such, because that's what they're trying to establish, that she was in this fog. That she wakes up kind of out of this stupor, and all of a sudden there's a baby on the floor in the bathroom, and just trying to show that she didn't have the capacity mentally at that moment in time to form any kind of intent, and that she basically was just still in this kind of stupor at the time when she kind of just scoops the baby up and drives to a dumpster and dumps it in. I mean, it's tough to sell for certain, but I think this is the only way they can do it.
And there'll be lesser included. So just putting her on is probably the defense strategy, right? Is just make it harder for the jury by getting to know this young woman.
Yeah, I don't know. I think she needed to play up the whole sympathy thing way better. I don't know. She just felt really emotionless up there on the stand.
On some level.
Right. And I think that, as a young mother, especially anybody out there watching, that maybe can kind of contemplate the concept of being a young mother and 18 as a kid having a kid, make no bones about it. And I always argue that, kids at that age still aren't fully formed mentally. And I know there's, a lot of different thoughts on that particular concept in terms of culpability. But, the reality is that an 18-year-old kid's got a lot to learn in life. So we'll see how it plays out.
Yeah, I have an 18-year-old daughter at home. And
Jordan Vandersloot. Who is that? That name sounds familiar. Yeah, I think she's trying to say that she doesn't remember driving to the dumpster and then actually dumping. I don't know, man. That would be, for me as a juror, I'd be like, are you trying to bullshit me? Are you just lying? I don't know. I feel like the sympathy card would have been like, I'm so sorry. I regret it. I panicked. I didn't know what to do. I'm so stupid. I regret this every day. I don't know. But the fact that she said oh, I'm having blackouts. I don't remember. I don't know.